to the Coming of the Dragon campaign by Arbitrary 20. This is episode 24.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do
We're
it.
almost able to rent a car. With no fees. Yeah.
And not from U-Haul.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
5-word recap.
We killed a man once.
Yeah. And, well, she was a woman, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Technically.
so last session we had the long-awaited finals of the group combat section of the Commoners Tournament in Jarella, the city that the party has been in for a while. And it was going great. You guys were winning until you won so hard that you killed somebody.
Are you winning, son?
I mean, is it really winning if you don't kill anybody?
I mean, well, we'll see what the judge
sure,
thinks.
yeah, really.
I don't think that's the point.
Because
No.
To kill people.
yeah,
Depends who you ask.
you know, I mean, they might side with you. But yeah, so they went through and they, so the big thing about this tournament was that this section of it was no magic. And so as soon as Rubak, our assassin over here, nailed somebody in the throat with a crossbow bolt, Theo and Prim sprung into action using magic
Yep.
to save this person's life.
I
So
do,
that's
yeah.
probably going to help out in the trial. But there will be a trial. Right as we ended, Boshina, the kind of de facto governor of this town, came in and basically said that they would need to hold a, they would need to deliberate and figure out what the punishment would be. However, you guys can safely assume that some, if not all of you, are probably disqualified from the tournament, if nothing else. So, I think we'll start it there. So, you guys are currently standing in the center of the tournament pit. People all around are beginning to kind of
Lose interest.
leave. They were going pretty wild until Boshina kind of was like, nope. Disqualification. At this point, Sam, who you saw earlier in armor as he was fighting Roken in their duel, he will run up to you guys and motion for you to follow him off the field.
I want to check out on the girl that got killed.
Did I get picked up yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
both-
did?
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys
We
were
slept there.
revived.
I'm unconscious.
You guys were brought back to one.
Okay.
We just went now they're
They
fine.
cast Spare the Dying. No, they did more than Spare the Dying, but they, they brought you back to one. They gave you a good berry.
Okay.
They forced it down your nose or something.
Whoa.
It smelled like salt, but it was like good berry crushed up. Yeah.
Dude,
It brings you back.
Gotta get that
Yeah, the pre-workout.
that's the new flavor
Yes.
of the good berries.
You
smell like
smell-
salt.
I'll definitely make you want me to take it one at a time.
Oh my god.
You see that at this point, the people who you were fighting against were all humans. There was I wrote this down. There was a soldier who, kind of my description of them as kind of the archetype of their fighting style. So you had a soldier, a knight, a swordsman, a rogue, and a paladin in this group, which was the Wolves of the Plains. When you killed the rogue, the paladin kind of lost it and started divine smiting all over the place. Mainly, the person who killed her. Because
It's a woman. Yeah.
yep. And so after the paladin kind of went ham, and then you revivified her, the rogue. Pretty much everyone in this group just ran over and just was kind of like thankful that the rogue was even alive. There was also a barbarian. I'm sorry, I missed one.
Do you mind turning down
They're
the
kind of
music?
raging a
Turn it
little
down.
bit.
Yeah, just better.
What?
They're raging. a
They
little
all
bit.
got a rage bonus, which was fun. I wasn't expecting to use that, and then it happened. So, yeah. So as soon as you revivified the rogue, the paladin went over and was basically cradling her to her chest, and They are currently still there. If you'd
Okay.
like to go check in on them.
I will. Prim will.
As you walk over, the paladin kind of looks up at you. You see tears going straight down her face, and she is still angry.
Oh.
And she,
Well, that
without
makes
talking to
sense.
you, just like takes this woman who's very small, and kind of like pulls her closer and kind of pulls her away.
Okay.
Sam at this point kind of comes up to you and kind of motions for you to leave.
Oh, alright, well, I guess you just don't want to talk to us.
I'll just follow him.
Trail behind, actually using my cane.
Actually using your cane.
Yeah.
Same, but minus the cane. I'm a young spry lad.
Yeah. So as you guys are going, make a perception check for me, Rubok.
Let's put this +1 to work, baby. 5. Let's
Never
go.
mind.
Great start.
Yes.
Never mind.
I knew it was going to be low. It's like, it would be out of character if it was a high roll.
That's fair. Yeah, you guys kind of walk out, and you find guards waiting for you at the edge of the tournament grounds. And Sam will kind of wave by them, however, and will allow the rest of you to pass until Rubok, who is trailing behind, and the guards will kind of cross their halberds in front. You are under arrest.
That would make sense, yes.
Is this going to be easy or difficult?
Well, in the condition that I'm in, I'll make it easy on you.
Hold your hands out in front of you. They take a kind of some rope, they tie it around your wrists, and kind of tie your entire arms together, like all the way up to your elbows, so that you can't like do much of anything. And they kind of look to the rest of you, and Sam will be like, "He is a vassal of House Octona, and he should have free passage." And the guards just, by the order of Boshina, he will be taken to the garrison, where he will await trial tomorrow morning.
How does this trial take place?
Sam will kind of say, "I'll explain it back at the estate, but for now I suggest that you say goodbye to your friend, and we'll see him tomorrow morning."
Remember, don't say anything to anyone without counsel present.
Don't drop any bolts.
Excuse me?
Don't drop the bolt. Like the crossbow bolt. Don't drop it.
Alright. Well,
It's essential.
that sounds essential. Alright.
If we have extra money, I'll put money on your books, okay? Your scroll for potions and,
Alright.
Yeah. As they begin leading you away, kind of south towards the more administrative part of the city, you guys hear them say, "You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney.
I'm glad they're
If you
reading
do not have one, a bard
have
will be
rights.
provided for you.
Bards.
Thank God for Miranda
If
rights.
you
Yeah.
decide to answer questions now, without a bard
Say
present,
shit.
you have the right to stop answering at any time." And they kind of trail off. Were there any more? I don't think so. Okay. I'm literally reading off the Wikipedia page. Right.
That's the essentials.
They walk you back. And Sam will kind of lean over and say, "Do you have any of the telepathic things left? I think now would be the time."
What do you mean, have any of those telepathic things left?
The things.
I'm gonna cast message at you. Hey.
So this is the time to talk, huh?
You got this, champ. I'll be there on your ring tomorrow. Don't you worry.
I'm gonna need you as a lawyer, probably.
Oh, You got the best bard on the West Coast.
Better bring it tomorrow, because I mean, we're gonna need it.
Yeah,
Technically,
technically.
we're the West Coast.
Sure.
Yeah, looks at the map real fast. Wait.
We're west.
Yes,
We can't
sir.
even get more west than that.
I'm saying we're on the West Coast.
Hey, you're on East Drella. Just saying.
Did you flip
You
the
could go
compass
western.
rose on us?
But yeah, so you make it. So at this point, they begin kind of leading you towards the garrison, and Sam kind of leads you to the estate.
We're gonna get our stuff too.
Right. Yes, you will get your stuff, and at this point, Ben will come up to you. Hello. Your cut from the day.
You mean your generous donation to us?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your service, and after killing that girl, I don't think we're gonna do this again. But here you go, and he hands you a large sack of gold.
Why not again?
I'm gonna take the cycle and I'm like, you know, I've thought about it, and I just don't think you're working out for us.
Oh.
So instead, we're gonna choose to separate from you. Okay, thank
I'm
you.
glad this is amicable.
I'm not fired. You're
He'll
fired.
look at Sam and say, "Good to see you, cousin." He'll say, "Good to see you, cousin." And then they'll keep walking. If you look in the sack, you will find 120 platinum.
Holy shit.
120 to add to our already 60, I think we said before.
Oh, we have one.
They have a lot more than that.
I've got 1 gold. Do we have a community bank?
Yes, we do have a community.
All right, it goes in the community bank, but I'm gonna take 1 platinum, try and sneak 1, just so I can send it
I
out.
need to add 139. Is that what it is?
119.
19, my bad.
But yeah. I also looked back through the episode. Last week, I don't remember what I said. It was something like 20% or something like that.
18% last
Yeah, the initial was 4.
No, I know. We got there.
So I'm retroactively going back to the initial agreement. This was 4%.
We're just,
Yeah.
talking weird numbers.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure you heard
Yeah.
30, but
We have 384
Something else.
platinum in the community bank.
Yay. We're
Almost
doing
enough to
Pay this fine.
it's fine.
Yeah. It's about to get rough. So Sam will kind of lead you back to the estate. Is there anything that you'd like to do beforehand? While you were being led to the garrison.
I can't do much. My hands are actually literally tied.
Yeah. That's fair.
Your arms.
Your arms are tied. They were
Yeah,
like, you ain't casting spells today.
President Link.
Well, somehow I cast message, but we'll just move
He
beyond
cast
that.
cast message.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to do on the way back?
I assume we're gonna wait to ask him what this whole process
Yeah.
is.
We gotta find Root and Armageddon.
Yeah, we gotta wait for them.
Oh, last time you saw them, they were at the tournament. You saw Ben, the wizard, leading them away when
Okay.
everyone else was leaving, so you can probably assume they're at the wizard's HQ.
Okay.
I'll pull up my bend stone that I haven't used for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, best buddy and useful member of society, can you please have our Root and Armageddon dropped off at the Octanon estate for us, please? Thank you.
I thank you for calling me a useful member of society. I was gonna head over there soon anyway. You've been summoned by a ruin.
Oh god. That's even worse.
I'll be over in a few hours. I'll bring Root and you can pick up Root and Armageddon when we summon you.
That's arguably worse.
Quick question.
Yes.
You didn't specify, but I assume you were intending. They took everything off.
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, you don't like
I just wanted to clarify.
your
that.
hands are tied. They took away your crossbow.
Everything.
You know, they gave you a little pat down.
Yes.
You know, a little squeeze.
That would make sense. Yes.
Yeah. No, they're not gonna
Did
walk you with a crossbow bolt or with a crossbow in your hand.
Did they
you know?
take my leather armor? I still have
No.
leather. Okay, so I'm still got armor on. Okay, I will just make note of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Back to my corner.
So over on your end of things,
Okay.
as you're being led, they lead you through a fair amount of winding streets and actually leads you into the buildings of the city. Make a perception check. Let's see if you see anything this time.
This man's dad's been trying to contact him about
Okay.
his car's extended warranty.
12.
Like, he
12?
can't fucking see shit.
That was actually probably the best perception check I've done in my life.
You can see figures in black robes kind of keeping pace with you as the guards are leading you through the city. They are generally remaining out of sight. However, you are kind of like trained to be able to see them. So,
I'd assume the guards would probably alert things if they noticed, or would.
yeah,
Okay.
they don't seem to.
So they don't seem to know.
So, you guys, so you get led in, and eventually they reach a stone building. They lead you in and basically toss you into a cell. They close the gate. One of them unties you, and they take all your weapons away in the garrison and leave you there overnight. So around this point, you guys get back to the estate. This is again a very, very large, very, very well built tent with very thick walls for soundproofing. He leads you, Sam, I should say, leads you into this kind of hall, kind of a great hall. There's a large round table in the center with a bunch of seats on it, and at one of them is Sarai, who is looking pissed as you walk in. What would you like to do?
You're the family member, so.
On the way, just in case something unexpected, I'm gonna eat some good berries and use 5 sorcery points to Bastion of Law. Give myself a shield.
Fair enough. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take his lead on that
So
one.
my personal account of the account, you know, I do think that she took that bolt to the neck on purpose to make us look bad,
Really?
and we did fall for it. I'm sorry for that.
If I didn't make you my vassal last night,
Oh.
you'd be gone.
That's fair.
You realize that you're disqualified from every future event.
Maybe just me. And
No,
her.
it only just be us two.
The Dragon Slayers as a whole is half disqualified or in jail. There's no recovering as a group from that.
I mean, we still have
We're
to
going to be
joust.
lucky if even Roken is still allowed to compete in his events. Let alone what this is going to cost the house. As my vassals, all fines are sent to me.
Oh. I thought we were just
With something like 6,000 gold per fine. I have 2 of them to pay.
I don't know. I think we could pay it ourselves.
If Ruvok were here, I'd make him leave. He's not here right now, so I can't make him leave. But I'd bring him in and then make him leave again.
But that is very punishing.
Oh.
He's lucky that he's in jail, from what I would do to him. Has Sam explained to you the legal proceedings, how this is going to go tomorrow?
Nope.
Alright, well, he's significantly more well versed in Jarella law than me, so go ahead. Say, alright. In my free time, when I'm not practicing with the sword or reading other things, I generally like to study up on law, just in case something like this happens.
Oh my god. And he reads poetry, guys.
Get you a man that can do it all.
yeah.
Dancer.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So he pulls his hair out of his bun and it catches the torchlight, shining golden around the room.
What's that?
And he kind of is going to begin explaining this. You all are required, so none of this is required. You can come in tomorrow with nothing and will still be allowed to face judgment. But Boshina will most likely have 3 witnesses. That's the maximum that one is allowed to have for a trial of this nature. 3 witnesses. He's most likely going to choose maybe a tournament official. Wouldn't surprise me if it's the woman you killed. Something like that. We'll most likely have 3 witnesses. And you will generally be expected to bring 3 of your own. Now, they can be people in this group here. This can be people you know. They can be character witnesses. It can be anything. But they will be required to testify for Ruvok. It's going to start with him, as he is the most heinous crime, which is murder. If it was in a tournament setting, you most likely won't be seeing hanging, but obviously disqualification, large fines are definitely on the table. So, do you have legal counsel?
Uh-huh.
Yes. I was born for this.
You were born for this? I can imagine you seem the type. Very good with words. So,
Yes. Words.
good.
Is he being tried for murder or manslaughter?
Baby
Is
steps.
It is going to depend on what Boshina wants to do. He has expressed that he doesn't like you as a group. He's a very unlikable person himself. So, I would say most likely that he's going to be tried for murder. Now, that'll be a fairly easy thing to dispute in court, but the unfortunate thing is, Boshina is the judge.
Oh.
As you can imagine, he gets the final say. Here's the thing about Jarellan law. You're not trying to convince the judge. You're trying to convince everyone else in the room. The entire council will be there. If you make Boshina make a decision that goes against the will of everyone else, he will lose any sort of political, not all of it obviously, but political favor he has. Your goal is not to convince the judge. Your goal is to convince all of the witnesses to the trial. Your job is to convince the council, not the judge. Does that make sense?
Do you know who's going to be in the council?
I mean, we've already met them,
You've
right?
met them once.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
Ryan and I will be there.
Yeah.
And you guys will be allowed to attend everyone else's trial as our vassals. And you will be, of course, allowed to be there as a member of our family. Although, you two will be tried as well for using magic. Yours is not a legal trial and is more of a tournament trial. But because this tournament is being put on by the government, it's the same group of people. So you are going to be arguing against your fine. And I don't have the tournament paperwork on me. How much is the fine?
It's like 6K.
6,000.
I think it was 6K.
Yeah.
6K.
It was pretty expensive.
We don't have to look it up. It was 16.
It was 6K.
Yeah.
So, 6,000 gold fine for each of you.
I don't know if it's at each, just a total.
All right. I guess we'll check the rules.
You don't know where to
Do
start.
you,
I don't
do you
have
also
arms.
think that there's potential? I mean, it did seem like Bushina was the one to continue the fight even after the poor lady died. So it's kind of on him to not. He was the reason we had to step in and do our thing.
He continued the fight, and that was...
Isn't that against the rules too?
Kind of.
There's nothing in the rules that
60,000.
says...
No. This is gonna.
magic.
This gotta be a magical group combat.
There's nothing in the rules that says you can't continue the fight once someone dies. It is up to the tournament officials, him, to stop the fight.
6K gold pieces.
So
at
he
the
broke no
disposal.
rules except ethical ones.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, a fine of at least 6K gold pieces. It's the exact same.
It is likely that he will try to pin different things on you. He doesn't like you. He might even try to pin theft on you, despite that noble giving you that amulet, very obviously. So be prepared for things like that.
Do you know the name of that noble? I don't think I ever caught their name.
No, I don't know his name. I've never met him before.
Okay.
everyone.
I know many. I know many. Unfortunately, I generally prefer not to associate with all of the nobles. While you were lucky that that one gave you that amulet in that woman's time of need, not all are so charitable.
So, witness-wise, who do you think we should ask? Is it the more reputable, the more sway they have?
I think that in this case, having a tournament official with you is going to help. Having a sort of character witness may help. I don't know. Past that, I think that the most obvious person might be Ruin, if you can convince him.
We should
He's a
also
tournament
ask
official, right?
He is.
Timothy.
See, I thought about Timothy, but I worry his age will be seen as a
We had
lack of
favored the
credibility.
card.
It seemed to me like he was going to have a busy night, so I don't know that
Oh, well, you know.
we'll be able to find
Hey.
him.
He's Timothy, you know.
It's a Bambi.
Okay. You know, okay.
So, at this point, back over in the garrison, as the guards begin kind of walking around, slowing down for the evening, a guard kind of walks away, and they've been kind of patrolling the entire kind of jail room you're in. It's basically a bunch of cells all in a line, and then a kind of a hallway, and then a bunch of other cells. They're all stone walled, but with metal bars at the door. And you hear him walk and then close the door and walk out of the hallway.
So the door to the hallway, you're saying?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
So it's just an empty hallway,
An
and
empty hallway? Yeah.
are my arms still bound?
Nope.
Okay. What time is it?
Well, that was pretty late in the afternoon, so I'm going to say it's probably around 8, 9. It's starting to get dark at this point.
I'll probably just. Is it just me in the cell?
You
Or
hear
do I
no
have-
one else?
I don't have like a cellmate.
You
or
don't have a
anything?
cellmate, no.
No bunky.
No bunkie.
So lucky there.
Probably just sit on my, I guess, cot or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Some
probably
sort of
like
type of
straw.
bedding. Yeah, whatever I have in terms of bedding, and just kind of chill. I'm still pretty low. I mean, I think at this point a short rest would probably be there, but I'm still like just recovering from everything.
Okay. Well, as you lay down and attempt to fall asleep, you hear footsteps, but no door opening. After a few moments, the footsteps stop in front of your cell. In front of you is a person in a black robe. You can't see their face, it seems to be obscuring it magically. And they pass a letter through the bars and then seem to disappear.
I'll give it some time, and then I'll discreetly wander my way over in case any of the other cellmates, if there are any, are.
You don't hear anybody.
Well, I don't know if they're watching around or whatever, but I'll eventually make my way to the letter.
Sounds good.
And is it an envelope, or is it just like, how is that working?
It's in an envelope.
I'll just open
it is
it
a
then.
seal that you've seen before, and I will text you what the contents are.
All right.
So at this point, on your guys' end of things, you guys, Sam is basically just there to kind of answer questions while you guys figure out who you want to ask to be witnesses.
Can,
Oh, and he'll also explain, in case, because I think I forgot. Both the defense and the plaintiff
Yes.
will
First
get to ask each witness one question.
Just one.
However, you are allowed to object
Ooh.
if you disagree with the question, if you think it's not pertinent, if you don't want them to answer it. However, the judge can overrule the objection. So,
I'm getting stressed about this makeshift trial.
Can I ask Sam who the members of the council were again?
yes.
That four
I'll text you your letter at some point.
Okay.
Let me pull up all of them.
I have some of them. I can't remember. Hold on.
That's alright, go see Ryland of Woolen.
Woolen.
Water breakers. So one from the church, one from the wizard court.
Oh, yeah, we haven't
course.
Yes.
met the church.
You guys have not
piece.
really met the church yet. So there is a representative of the Wizard Corps, Paladin Corps, Water Breakers, and Church. So that's 4. You know that the Water Breakers will most likely be Captain Ryland. Paladin Corps will most likely be Wolf.
Okay.
Wizard Corps will most likely be Ruin. You've never met the church rep. There's so
That's Sarai.
then you have the Merchant Parliament. So you have Sarai.
Yeah.
Her last name is Octona. You have Boshina himself.
Oh, he's gonna. Yeah.
And then there are 4 others who you really don't have a lot of experience with at this
So we
point.
have 4 swings, at least 4 on our side, right?
In the Merchant Parliament. So there is Riona, Rionh, and AH. This is the general, despite all of them being merchant families, because that's how this was all formed. This person is Riona is generally the person who owns the most shops in the city nowadays. And Sam describes it as almost like a forced protection type scam.
Oh, okay.
Kosotah, Kosotah, has a monopoly on any and all textiles and ink production.
That's pretty
So
cool.
this allows them to run. So this puts their fingers in many pies, if that makes sense, and control a lot of the missives in the city, news being spread, things like that, because they literally control the ink. You have Leo Lata, Liolatah. This person controls, is generally the leader of most of the agriculture and the food production in the city. This person is kind of almost directly against the Wizard Corps, because the Wizard Corps,
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
because the Wizard Corps has been the ones who have been making most of the food for the last 50 years, and so this person has had the least amount of power and is looking to get their power back. And so they kind of started aggressive, like farming and ranching plantations to try and regain power and get local food production instead of only relying on the wizards and water breakers. Last one, you have Xytah, Xytah. This person is in charge of infrastructure and generally hires most, is in charge of like building and architecture and construction and things of that nature.
Okay.
So this person is probably the most chill out of all of them because they're important no matter what.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't matter.
Yep.
City's got to grow.
And that's it.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Let me sit here and text Michael while you guys figure out what you want to do.
Okay, so we know we at least have 4 people that, in theory, would side with us. Unless Sarai chooses not to. In which case, we have 3.
I think she would choose
But I
to
think
side
she
with
would
us.
definitely will.
Just so she doesn't have to pay her own fees.
Yeah, her own fees.
Yeah.
Which we'll end up paying her anyway. we'll end up paying her back in indentured servitude.
True.
But
True. Lost wages.
lost wages, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's get our witnesses first.
So we need 9, right?
Okay, do we know if the witnesses can be?
Part of the council?
I have to ask the same thing.
3 witnesses, I believe, but yeah.
But we need
It would be highly
me
unusual,
and for him.
but if they agree to it, they would be allowed.
Okay, we have a ruin.
Maybe. You gotta work your charms in a ruin
See
though.
what he says in a few hours.
I probably just needs a favor, you
He's probably really mad.
know. Nah, he's fine.
I think he's probably
He's fine.
really
He's fine.
mad.
Don't worry about it.
I'm
Okay.
actually more upset about that one.
So we have a ruin. We can talk to Mage Ben
Mage Ben, yeah.
as a character
He's
witness.
more into you than me, so we can't really swing him that
Yeah, he loves me.
way. Yeah. I can't really help that.
And who else do we want to do?
I don't know. I mean, it could be people from our party as well.
Let's see how.
Do you think
I don't
they
know
would
about
take,
anyone else.
not Brute, but
No, we're not bringing them into this.
I'm not gonna bring them into that.
What if we did Ruvok's dad?
Ruvak's dad doesn't know us very well.
But he knows him.
Yeah, no, that's great for him. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's testifying
I'm worried about
for
us,
him.
Theo.
I don't think we need witnesses.
Do we not need witnesses?
3 is
No,
the
for
maximum. You do not need 3.
period for anyone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so me and Theo both still need witnesses, 3 each.
For him at least.
Oh, I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
Okay. For your trial, I'm not sure that you need 3 witnesses. In this case, really what you need is a tournament official.
Okay.
If you can get a tournament official to agree with you that the magic you cast was important
Necessary.
in self-defense, in good judgment,
Mm-hmm.
that you might be able to avoid a fine.
Okay,
That's what this is not a criminal trial.
right.
Just like to point out, this is simply breaking the rules.
Okay.
They might not even let you have witnesses, but you would be allowed to speak for yourself. But I mean, that would be. It's not a legal trial. I can't tell you what they will do.
Okay.
We only study criminal law, not civil. Okay.
This is not even a civil law matter. This
Yeah.
is simply the rules of a tournament. The only reason that the government officials are involved in the first place is because the government is putting it on. The tournament is being called the Uniter. It's meant to unite the people after this whole war that's divided us, I suppose. I don't know how well it's doing that, but that's the goal from Oshina.
Yeah.
Do we have any ideas for a tournament official if Haruin says no? I think that might be good to start thinking about.
How many were there?
I
There's
didn't
at least
think there were
4,
very
right?
many.
I think there was like only a couple.
I believe that it was simply Oshina,
Oh,
Haruin.
what if we convince him?
I know that Captain Ryland of the Water Breakers is a tournament official, but I don't know how involved he is with anything besides his own area of the tournament.
Oh, because he has, right.
Because
yeah.
there is a Water Breaker tournament that, of course, you guys are not involved in, as you have no sailing experience.
We did know someone once that did have sailing experience.
Yes, I've heard of your friend Amarius.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
He seemed like a good man.
Yeah, no, he was. He charged in there, man. He
I heard
very focused.
tales of how he died. It seemed large.
He's handwriting now. Gotta step it up.
He was
Can't
writing as we were walking. I
He's
just,
gotta step
his
out.
J's were a little questionable, but it's okay.
I think we start with asking the ruin.
You can judge a man by his handwriting.
You really can.
And we really did.
Yep.
I think we start
We
with
judged
the
him
ruin.
hard.
We really freaking did.
I really do think
Sorry,
we start with
is
the
it-
ruin and then we go from there, you know?
All right.
I do feel like we could, I feel like we could, I could help sway one of the other people of the merchant parliament, but we'll see.
For Ruvok's trial, it will most likely be a simple majority vote
Oh, shoot.
between the 6 members of the parliament and the 4 members of the 4 representatives. Be aware, any tie, Bushina breaks it.
Ugh, okay.
But he's not included in the baseline?
He's not his own tie. Like, he's not his own vote.
If there is an exact tie,
Yeah.
he casts the tiebreaker
Tiebreaker
vote.
vote.
He
Okay.
gets
So
2.
he has voice and vote in case of like tiebreakers.
Yes, because there are 10 members of the council. So he gets the 11th vote in the case of a tie.
Okay. Definitely his dad. Right?
Alright, sure.
And then we have to have.
A ruin and one other person.
What if everyone says no?
Well, let's go find out.
Would Sam be willing to be a witness for us?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, I could. I don't talk well in front of crowds.
But you're just like so good at everything else that really surprises me.
I wouldn't call myself good at other things. I just try to do my best.
Do you think that, you could convince Bushina to help us in this circumstance? Or you being there, do you feel like he doesn't like you as well? I kind of see what you got going on.
I mean, I'm not sure. He is not an agreeable man.
No.
And many of the things that he does, I actively undermine in the city. Things like higher taxes, I will pay for people's food. Things like excessive punishment, I will go in and stop it if I can. He and I don't see eye to eye on much. I'm not sure that I will be of much help in convincing him. But he is not the one we need to convince, remember?
No, I'm just wondering, you only
There-
see eye to eye.
How
on
does
one
everyone
thing.
else view you, though?
Yeah.
That's more important.
Soraya just gonna be like, Sam, just be a fucking witness.
Alright, that's easy enough.
See?
I don't think I'm very well liked. I just kind of
Oh my
exist. I'm awkward. And
He's like
I think
the
I agree
pygmy
with you,
boy.
I think I might agree with you, but I think we're gonna go forward anyway with you, okay?
Just imagine you're trying to win over your secret lover, but like
I don't
they
know
are
what
the
you're talking about.
they are the
Soraya's gonna be
council.
like,
I'm just no.
what?
Not like that. I'm just saying. Like imagine
If it
in your
were.
poetry books, the secret lovers. Just imagine yourself in that position, and then like you are the guy trying to win them over, but not romantically, politically.
Have you ever read Romeo and Juliet?
Never heard of it.
I'll have to lend it to you. It's very tragic.
Just don't read the end.
Written by William Shakespeare.
Okay. I say we just go talk to a ruin. But we do need to find Rubok's dad too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do
That's
you
in
know
your
the Black Dragonborn? Actually, I think we know where his tent is, because didn't you find his tent before?
Derek, go to his tent.
I do not know that section of the city very well, but there are very few Black Dragonborn in the city, so I'm not sure that he'll be difficult to find if we ask around, but
We just don't have very much time.
I'm not sure. A noble asking around, generally people tend to clam up, even to me.
I think I might remember where it was. I think it wasn't I the one who flew to follow him. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's deal with the ruin first.
After you killed a weed.
We
I
did
brought
kill
him, I brought him
That was
back, and I still have.
amazing.
He's coming back.
Who?
The weed that he was talking to.
Oh.
My weed. I've been plant growing.
How concerned are we with time? Should I go do that while you all go see a ruin? Or?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
we gotta divide and conquer. Because that always works so well when
Oh,
we divide
no.
the party.
Split the party in three.
The threes.
No, I mean, what time is it?
And then I can
Yeah.
see
It's probably like 9
We should probably
10
do- we
at
should
this
probably do
point.
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably split up.
Maybe we don't split because you are not feeling up to your normal.
I will say, Ben did say that he was going to come to you guys and pick you up at some point. So
Maybe I go do that and meet you there.
I don't really want to send you alone.
What if there's other people that don't like you?
you've stopped glowing by this point, by the way.
Oh, good.
Sick.
Do you guys have like a way to like send a runner or anything like
Send a runner to who?
that? Ruvok's dead.
Can you
Well,
tell them exactly where it
the-
is?
yes, we can send a runner. That isn't difficult. We have a few on staff. The difficulty is more finding this person. What's his name?
Ruvok's dead. Do you think you could? Do you think you could point him out on a map? Where his tent was?
About.
We got a rough location.
I suppose you can ask around. They'll kind of wave.
Someone couldn't I just take one of you with me?
That's fair. We can just go get him. I just feel like we need to bring him back, you know, because we'll never know when Ben will show up.
I'll tell you above table. If you guys go get his dad, you like when you get back, Ben will come get you. Like you don't have to split the party.
Okay.
Trying to find my dad.
Parent trap.
Yeah, I think I saw him during the tournament.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He must have been really proud.
No, he was not very proud. I didn't tell him this. I did not tell Rogan this because I knew it would
Ruvok?
because I knew it would hurt him. I was looking at Rogan
Yeah.
when I said Ruvok.
Okay. I'm too worried about you dying. So let's just go. We'll just all go together. We'll just go get him, bring him back, have a nice little talk with him, see if he's okay with representing his son.
Yeah.
Heal up a little more if you're not worried about it.
I
We'll all
definitely
go together.
need
You still need to heal? Broken, you forget. You are a noble now. Please, can we get some healing potions?
Can
My
I
brother
have
here.
some too?
Thank you.
Several servants come in with, like, on platters, big red jugs.
I did not know this was an option. Thank you.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Again,
Kool-Aid.
well, I disagree with the fundamental existence of nobility. Its perks can be nice sometimes. I will often take gallons of health potions and take them around the city.
Oh
Try and help
my
people as
god.
much as I can.
I thought he was gonna say he was gonna take a bath in them. I was like, oh my god.
No.
That's the most noble thing to say.
Don't you know the fastest way to heal is through osmosis?
Yeah, exactly. He just lay there in the tub. because-
No, he will go around the city giving out health potions as much as he can.
Nope.
I do think maybe it is more cost efficient for you to just get some people with healing spells on your bankroll, but it's totally up to you guys.
As much as I wish I could, the Wizard Corps has a large monopoly on most magic in the city. Very few people that can cast anything more powerful than a cantrip do not get... conscripted isn't the right word, but... very few don't join the Wizard Corps.
Do you have any particular issues with that?
Well, it would be... I think it would be better to have a more decentralized magic system. Having all of them under one organization can cause difficulties when it comes to conflicts within that organization or without. But the Wizard Corps also has the most safeguards in place for people like that. As I'm sure you've noticed, wild magic has been rampant these last few weeks. The Wizard Corps has allowed that to stay more contained.
That makes sense. Well, you know, if you ever have any issues with them, I'm sure we could talk it
Because
out.
Caitlin doesn't want it.
I'm sure that is the case. I've never spoken more than a few words with a ruin, but he seems like a good but eccentric man.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Is Prim fighting with her feelings again?
Caitlin's fighting with Prim and her feelings.
Let's go. Come on.
Wait, is there?
Nope. Nope.
I only have 6 health points. Please,
You need potion?
Yeah.
I did not know. I apologize for my lapse in judgment. Please, servants. And they will bring you also a bunch of health
I've
potions.
never been surrounded by so many health potions.
There's just like pictures
Yeah,
of this like red liquid.
Don't drink too much. Give you a stomachache.
Yeah, I know. You remember the last time that happened?
No, I don't.
It's a good thing you don't.
Okay.
You get healed up past full HP, you get a stomachache.
Yeah. Start vomiting. Like,
Health toast intolerant.
yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
We're gonna walk towards the direction of.
Yeah, so make a survival check.
Is Sam going with us?
Oh, okay.
Do you want him to?
Guidance.
You.
Because he wasn't going to, but if you ask, he might.
You want to come with us?
Sick.
We can talk about Romeo and Juliet on the way.
Oh. I do enjoy talking about poetry with a fellow aficionado.
11.
So yeah, we
Did
will
he
join.
wink?
What?
Did he
11.
wink?
Please don't.
No.
Okay.
11.
11. You're able to remember like what region within, like you're able to remember what neighborhood. Like you're able to get pretty close, but you don't remember exactly which tent you saw Ruvok go into.
So down to don't remember exactly which one.
What's Ruvok's
It's
last
on the
name?
street though.
You know, we never really asked.
We
We've
know,
been
we
to,
know what
we
clan
have
he
to
is.
know, yeah.
We know what clan
We
he's in.
definitely know what clan
Oh,
he's in.
Fury.
Okay.
It is the Valkyrie clan.
Yeah.
You guys would know that.
Yeah, we
You've heard it
definitely do.
many times.
I'll walk up to the nearest person.
It's a human just kind of sitting in front of his tent in a wooden chair, carving something on a kind of like whittling.
I'm gonna put my hand behind my back. I'm gonna cast Performance of Creation. What does he look like he's whittling into? Can I guess from here?
Make a perception check.
21.
Looks like a pretty shitty bear.
Okay. I'm gonna create like a wooden bear behind my back. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna pull it out and be like, you know, I'm kind of a whittler myself. I wanna sit down next to him.
You're a what yourself?
A whittler.
A whittler. Sorry, it sounded like a Batman villain with a lisp, so I just wasn't sure.
I'm a whittler.
There's a movie about that. It's called Whittler on the Roof.
Whittler.
He looks at it and you see he's kind of older, bald, kind of a gray goatee, sitting there with a carving knife whittling. He doesn't have any imperfections.
You get too good.
Yeah. Some say that, yeah. I'm working on how to express my flaws in my whittling, but I still haven't gotten it there yet, you know?
Happens when it's created by magic.
Oh. You know, there's different techniques to it, you know what I mean?
It's the struggle that makes it worth it. Working it in your hands, forming it from nothing,
Can you,
without magic.
you know what? I
I have no
I-
respect for people who simply
see
cheat
that now.
the natural
I do
world.
totally see that
I want
now,
to
you know?
intervene here.
No, don't listen to her.
Do you like tea?
You're gonna create it from magic too?
No. I actually create my own teas from like herbs and mushrooms, and they help with sleep and achy joints.
You assume just because I'm old that I have achy joints?
No, I
I used
assume
to be an adventurer
everyone.
like you, you know.
I assume everyone has
It's
achy
lots of an arrow to the
bones
face.
because, you know, the world's so hard for people nowadays. And so I figure we have achy bones and saddened hearts and souls. And what better way to treat that than herbal tea?
Make a persuasion check.
It's the best one ever again.
You know what? Make it with advantage. You made a pretty good argument.
Probably saw the second die roll.
Like 11. Sadly, I'm not that good.
I'm not looking for tea.
You don't have to.
Do you know anyone from the Palakiri clan?
Yeah, they're right over there.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Good to see you, Sam. You as well.
gonna
You
leave,
get
I'm gonna
your
leave the bear there.
Just knows this guy.
Sam knows everyone, dude.
Oh, my God.
I've come around here and sat with him and whittled. I made a sharp stick. It was about the best that I could do. But he seemed to appreciate it.
Well, I can go.
Boomers.
Oh my
Do
god.
not demean those who are older than us. They have wisdom.
I'm far older than him. You have no idea.
You look very
You
good
wouldn't
for
know
our
it from
age.
looking or listening to you.
I know. Comes with bad parents, you know.
Our parents were doing their
I understand.
best.
Let's keep going.
You guys go into the
Well, is
tent.
Can we knock on
Can we
the...
say hello or
tent?
like knock at the door or something? Whatever, however you do that with a tent. Yeah.
The
Knock on the
bell.
pole.
Just FBI open up.
My FBI.
Yeah, I prefer not to do that.
I'm sure he'll take it very
So you, I mean, he hears you approach, I suppose. And he's, yes.
Hello?
We wish to speak to you about Rubak.
He, exits the tent. You see him. A tall dragonborn, the same one that you guys saw at the tournament before. Well built, but you can tell that he's older. His scales aren't as shiny.
Did all of us see him or only like?
I think a few of you did.
Well, I saw him at the tournament.
saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him
Uh-huh.
too.
Yeah, some of you did. This is about my son's actions today.
A little bit, yeah.
Come in, I suppose.
Let's walk in.
So he'll pull up some chairs to a table. I don't have any more chairs, so some of you will need to stand. I apologize. It's good to see you, Sam. Sam will be like you as well. So I didn't realize that this was the same person you're looking for.
That's okay.
So, I hope you're not angry at your son, you know. It was a simple mistake.
Angry, no.
Don't say it.
He is a formidable warrior.
He is.
I'm disappointed that he could not hold himself back in this matter, but thank you for not letting him remain a murderer.
I think, you know, we're just so used to handling people who are much more formidable, so it's
Not
hard
even
to...
formidable, just more
I can imagine.
resilient.
Yeah, resilient.
I've fought in my own wars, though none of them as large as the one that you fought in.
So,
He may have just been caught up in the moment. Like he had just, done the tournament for sharpshooter. Like,
Yeah. He was a little pumped up, yeah.
yeah.
He was a little yoked, as they say.
Either way, the woman is alive.
Yeah.
That's what is important.
so I mean,
What did you come to see me about?
he doesn't really know we're here, but
No, he doesn't know at all,
Yeah.
actually.
we were wondering if you would be willing to come by and testify for his good character.
Tomorrow he goes on trial for murder, you see.
Manslaughter.
Well,
One of the two.
one of the
Yeah.
two, but it's Bushina and he doesn't like us. Very
He
mutual.
does not like non-humans.
Yeah, this is why I despise him.
Well, I would be willing to come, but as much as I love my son. The first time I saw him in many years was only a few nights ago. I can only testify to the character that I have seen. And I think that under any sort of intense questioning, I wouldn't have much to say. I love my son. If you think that I would go and that that would be beneficial to his case, then I will go.
I think that's the case for all of us. We haven't been here that long, so I don't know how much of a disadvantage that would really be.
That's true. No one really knows us here.
They only know like the name and not really like us as our stories and stuff.
Exactly. I wish that I could have met my son's friends under better circumstances than this.
I'm sure we'll, get back together.
I hope so.
I mean, he's not gonna stay in prison forever. No matter what happens.
Fair enough.
Legally.
Legally.
Well, thank you for keeping my son alive for the last few years. As his father, I appreciate it. But do you still want me to go tomorrow?
I think we might want to keep our options open a little bit.
I don't know, we're trying to make sure we give him the best defense possible.
I still think this is a good choice.
I agree. But up to
Okay.
you guys. Unless you guys disagree, and then we'll make it a stand.
Sam, what do you think? You know the council well enough to know whether or not a parental figure is gonna, like, sway them one way or the other. Like, what would you ask his dad if, like, you were Bushina?
If I was Bushina?
Uh-huh.
Before your son arrived in this city for the tournament, when was the last time you saw him?
Objection? Non-relevance.
I think it's just relevance.
Non-relevance.
I would assume that that would be overturned.
Ah, shit.
It's possible. We would have to check and see. But if it was not overruled, or if it was overruled, I should say, what would that answer be? His dad will respond. Decades.
Do they go first, or do we go first in questioning?
Plaintiff goes first.
Okay.
I guess we could ask Talendrin, I'm sure he wants to be wrapped
Talendrin
up
is
in all
totally
of this.
not gonna want to do that. We both know that. He's probably gonna disown us anyway.
I believe he said that he was not to be involved in human affairs too much.
Uh-huh. Well, we're not human, so I think he'll be okay.
Oh, that's... I am, but
Yeah, you're human, but like,
the three of
maybe,
you are
see,
not.
here's the thing. Maybe we put her on the stand.
She is human.
She is human, and they're not gonna like it from us.
I am
Well,
still a part of the Dragon
he's
Slayers, though.
Yeah, but you're human.
I suppose.
So she doesn't like us.
You just get to hear a message from thousands of miles away. I think you're screwed. I'm sorry.
don't say that.
Thank God message is only limited to 120 feet.
I'm gonna try and send it.
You are more than 120 feet away. You get a message
like,
not sent.
kind of like
icon.
angle it up,
Oh, you get an arc
Bounce it off.
it?
Yeah,
Arc
arc
the
it,
message.
so that way it'll, math and things will
Start
happen.
bouncing
It's
off.
120 feet and it keeps
Yes,
going.
yes.
I'm sorry. The
Correct.
message could not be completed as dialed.
Thanks for again.
Okay. I do see your point. So there's a bird, sorry. If
My
you
tent?
I think he's had too much head trauma today.
I didn't get touched, but
Doesn't look like he.
I'm trying to be very gentle with it. He's like this all
Seemed
the
like
time.
the first useful thing he did was save that girl's life or help. You did the
Yeah, I was going to say I did the saving, so, you know. Don't let it get to your head here, alright?
Okay.
You seem like more of a talker than a fighter. I prefer to see that in people.
I'm a lover, you know.
Not very successfully, but he can't.
I'm more of a talker, you know. All right.
Will you be leading my son's defense?
Yep. He's got the best. Don't you worry.
He's gonna put his large claw on your shoulder. As his father, I ask you, please save my son. And then, walk away.
I'm back where we're from. They call me Dolo Goodman, so you know.
Better call Dolo. Better dial Dolo.
Better dial Dolo. There's a poster.
It's like
You're not
him
you,
with
right?
both
It's
of
the
his
costume.
like caught in an accident. Call one, call
Dial
100 Dolo.
Dolo.
What would you like to do?
I guess we better go back home.
Yeah. I mean,
So at about this point, you hear. So the guard. So after this person dropped off the letter, the guard came back into the hallway.
I stuffed it into one of my mini pouches before they came in.
At about this point, so maybe 10 p.m. at this point, you hear footsteps come into the hallway in addition to the guard, and you'll hear a voice that you recognize. Wizard business, I'm here to collect this prisoner. I'll be bringing him back in a few hours. And the guard will say, papers, please. And you'll hear some rustling. All right. And you will see none other than the man, the myth, the legend come in and open your cell door. And then we'll take you with him. You see, as you go outside the garrison, you will find Root and Armageddon waiting for you as well. I'm here to collect you and take you to a ruin. I'll have to take you back later, but I'm told to collect all of you, so. He has something he wants to show all of you for some reason.
Alright.
I think even Telendrin's gonna be there.
Oh
We're
no.
in so much trouble.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, so I guess I'm going with you.
Yeah. If anyone asks, you're my prisoner. And he's just gonna, you're gonna see him cast a spell of some kind and then walk towards your family tent. Apparently, the rest of the Dragon Slayers went this way. Is there anything over in this area?
Like from the prison.
Yeah,
just like
he begins walking and you...
in that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe they went up to my dad. I don't know.
That would be awkward.
I don't.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, they could have gone anywhere really. Like
We left town.
Well-
I know quite a few people around here. Being that I grew up here.
Chris like, yeah, he's a lost cause.
Fair enough. Well, luckily, I can track them fairly easily, so...
Oh, I can assure you
we're
I'm
good
not
on
running
mob
away.
magic.
I turned into a potted plant.
He turns into a plant. He starts glowing. So he's gonna lead
Speaking of
you.
the plant.
So after you, so where do you guys want to head after this place? Or you guys wanted to head back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at about the halfway point, he will actually meet you, and you will find Ben, Armageddon, Root, and Ruvok.
oh,
Oh my god, it's so good to see you, Groot.
It's good to see you too.
Armageddon.
And you too, I'm so happy you're so good.
It's good to see you all are in good peace.
Is anything good to see
Places.
anymore?
Oh my god.
When death follows us around every corner.
Armageddon. You know, we really tried to bring her back.
First Amarius.
Marius was not our fault.
and that
He made
woman.
that choice. And we brought that woman back.
What is life if only death follows? What is after death? Is it more life?
No, there's stuff after death, and you can't tell
Am I
me that.
cursed to just simply wander?
Yes.
No, you're
Did
not.
I have a soul before the awakening, or was it as biased?
How was your time in the garrison?
Did you have a bookie?
No, I was all alone, and it was. I mean, it could have been better, but it also could have been worse. It was scratchy straw bedding, but just lonely.
We met your father.
I'm sorry.
We did meet your father. He seems like a very nice man. I saw him today at the tournament, actually.
How did you guys know where he was?
Well, first of all, Sam knows him.
Sam knows everyone.
Sam apparently knows
Okay.
everyone, but
I've
also...
helped your father with a few things in the past.
Yeah.
Especially after his wife died, I was able to help with some of the arrangements.
Well, I appreciate what you've done.
I try. It's never enough. Looks off into the distance.
Did you get into any trouble while you were in there?
Just sat there.
Anyone try to give you some contrabanded mushrooms?
That's oddly specific, but no.
There's a market for it.
I'm sorry.
There's a market for it.
I'm sure there is, but it's still
I'm sure
oddly
Sam knows
specific.
about it.
Do you know about this?
Within the prison
Contraband,
systems?
but there are very few people in the jail at this time. Most of them have been forced out to work on the
Oh, see,
agricultural
there you go.
plantation.
I think
Yeah.
we're missing the point here.
Yeah, why are you here?
Why are we here?
Why are
Oh, yeah,
we here?
Ben will say, you've been summoned. Well, I told you about this over the stone. Aruin summoned you. He also summoned Telendrin. I don't really know what for, but he's been acting strangely. He'll begin kind of walking
Ruin has or
Ruin or
tell it?
tell-
Telendrin.
Aruin.
Oh.
Oh
He's
boy.
been weirdly obsessed with this book that you brought him the last few days.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse and worse. He had to be dragged to the tournament today. So
Wow.
it was interesting. I don't think he's slept much.
Yeah, I remember the last time we saw him, I made sure to give him tea so he could sleep because he seemed so preoccupied.
Yeah. I mean, I've always known him to get absorbed in his work, but this was something else. It's interesting. Tamara, his research assistant on this book, the one that that rode with you from the wasteland, has been just as bad, if not worse. But it's been weird. Not to mention that his attention should really be somewhere else. Have you heard about the teleportation experiments some of us have been working on?
The mayonnaise, yeah.
Yes. We sent some scouts to the east. They were riding towards the Elven jungle. Their goal was to get all the way there, and then hopefully by the time they got there, we could simply teleport there. They could make some sort of way station that we could teleport to, and for the first time have quick transportation across the continent. They didn't even make it to the mountains.
Okay.
Do you know why yet?
No. We were pinging them every few hours, making sure, with sending stones, as you're quite used to, but they simply stopped responding.
My.
We've been reluctant to send another group out that direction because we don't know what did it. But not to mention we can't have anyone from the Paladin Corps or even the City Guard help. They're all tied up with this tournament. So
Are we being
I've been trying to convince Aruin to send more wizards, but he hasn't been helpful. So, all that to say, I'm a little bit stressed, but we'll see what he has to say today.
We know someone who's past the mountains. We could ask him what's going on with us.
Who do you know?
That's true.
He's just an old guy who's very curious about stuff, you know?
Yeah.
In the wasteland?
Uh-huh. He should still be there.
I'm sure it would be.
Oh yeah, he's totally fine, yeah.
I hope so. It's dangerous for anyone out there, but especially an old man.
He can handle himself.
He'd surprise you.
Fair enough. Veterans can be that way. Well, either way, be careful in how you choose to talk to him. This wild magic has been getting out of hand.
Yeah.
In fact, it is now 5 and below.
Just when I was about to spend the spell slot to do something. Yeah,
Be careful.
Roku doesn't know that, so I'm gonna
I'm just letting you guys know above table.
spend the spell slot to get 5 sorcery points back.
Roll it.
Here we go.
17.
You're good.
Nice.
Alright, let's go talk to Aru and see what's up.
Yep. He was leading you there as he
Oh,
was
okay.
talking at this point. And you guys get to the Wizard HQ, and we'll take just a quick break. And we'll resume as you guys get there. Alright, and we're back. Angie had to jet, so it's just us. So you're on your way to a ruin. You arrive at the headquarters after a little bit of walking. Did you want to ask Ben anything else on the way? Or,
Should
you know, Ruvok or anything like that?
should we ask him?
Or Sam?
Do you want to be our witness?
A witness?
Yeah.
Like for a trial?
Yeah, for his in the morning. You can say no, I swear.
What would I need to do?
Answer 2 questions.
Am I important enough to be a witness?
Yes.
Oh,
You know us better than most people.
I'm not a very important member of society, according
No,
to...
Take it back.
I've taken it back and I've worked my way to try and... I said something that...
I know,
was
but it still hurts.
That's fair.
You were talking about me like I wasn't even there. Like you forgot that I was standing in the room the entire
I
time.
have reminded you the whole time that I think you are a useful member of society.
You
But
have.
truly, I do think you have a good reputation, and you kind of know us. You know that we haven't done anything nefarious.
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
30.
Damn.
He...
31!
31. Yeah, he has a plus 30 to perception.
Is
Or
that
persuasion.
an Uno?
That is an Uno. A Uno Naturale. Maybe let's not butcher any more Spanish today. Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We all do, truly.
Yeah, glad to be of help, I guess. But we should double check with Haru, and he might not.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We've been working on this teleportation test, and I think we have some pretty promising things. We haven't been able to teleport anything alive yet. I'm sorry, well, we've been able to teleport it, but it's not alive when it gets back, so we're not quite there yet, but we've killed a few
I
ones.
guess, speaking of, do you think the reason he has summoned us is because of what happened today, or more because of the book and this teleportation?
I would not be surprised if he doesn't know about what happened today, despite being there.
Wow. Alright.
He's been pretty obsessed.
Should we intervene?
I'm not sure we'll be able to. He could beat me with his eyes closed. You know, really.
We've got a lot of counter spells, you know?
Well, as I'm sure you know, if a spell is more powerful than your counter, it's not always certain.
And I'm just...
Not to mention that he has more of those as well. And he's invented more spells than I can cast. So, I don't know.
I don't want to hurt them, but, you know, maybe there's some other power going on here that we don't know about. Besides regular obsession.
I've never trusted that book since it was brought here. So,
Let's just see what he has to say and go
Yeah.
from there.
So Ben leads you into the wizard's headquarters. Is there anything else that you guys would like to ask before you get there? All right, leads you in. He leads you down several flights of stairs. You recognize that this is the same route that you've taken before. Both Root and Armageddon stop in the terrarium. Armageddon stops, and then Root is, keeping him company. The happy tree friend that he is. He leads you. So, same as before, the Wizard HQ is very chaotic, but you are led into what seems like a laboratory, very, very organized, where, and you see, in one kind of sealed off glass room, you see two wizards, playing catch through bags of holding.
So they're just like,
No, like they're throwing it into one and then catching it from the other one.
okay. That's pretty cool.
Ben will kind of say, that's my team there. We've made a few breakthroughs. My subjects have still come out dead, so we're not on to human or really any more animal subjects till we make some edits, but it's looking promising. And then you enter Aruin's laboratory. Now, you've been in here once before. The first time you came in, it was definitely chaotic, less organized than the rest of the laboratory. But this time, you walk into a place that doesn't seem like whoever's working here is entirely sane. Everyone make some perception checks to see what all you see.
Should I roll for it or just
Roll for it and
passive?
I'll leave it up to you. You rolled, so you have to do the roll.
Yeah.
But
Natural 1 for 2.
sick.
Wow, 19.
19,
23.
Also 23.
23, okay.
Insane.
You see Aruin.
Incredible.
That's it.
Wow.
He's there.
You see Aruin and Tamara.
Wow. Okay.
You also see
Doesn't even see the
that
second.
there are chalk writings in a language that you don't know
Okay.
all along the
Is it
walls.
similar to the
Carving,
ruins?
yeah, it's
like the ones that we've seen in the book.
some of them are
Yeah.
vaguely similar, but make a history check for me, for lack of a better check.
Dirty 20.
You don't recognize any of the runes,
Crazy, man.
and you think that you could probably recognize,
Some of them.
for example, the rune that you guys have been just using willy-nilly. So, yeah. You two see, so along with writing along the walls, you see inscribed, so there's this big stone slab table that you see the Book of Umanoran resting on. And inscribed into it are two symbols. One of them is the one that you've been using, and you notice that the area around the symbol seems to be dirt instead of stone, almost like it transmutated part of the table, and the other side seems to have transmutated into sand. Aruin, hat askew, comes up to you. Thank you for bringing them. He's looking at, not you. He's looking around all of you. You see, one of his eyes is just going fucking haywire, and the other one is seems to be his primary vision right now. I've made a breakthrough. Stop talking. I've made a breakthrough. These runes are, I think you already know this, different from everything else that we've seen thus far. They're not normal runes or signs or glyphs of warding. These are something else. See, this one that you showed me, you told me that you overloaded a weed, and that got me thinking. What type of power could overload a weed? Is it sunlight? Do weeds need sunlight? Do they eat sunlight? I don't know. Is it pure magic? I don't know. Stop talking. And now, I inscribed it in the table. Okay. Now, I thought maybe plants would grow, but no. They didn't. Stop. And then, dirt. You see what this means?
I can tell you that there's no one else
Stop talking.
here.
Stop talking.
There's no one else here. Pretty confidently, I can tell you there's no one else here. And that's coming from me.
I'm not talking to you.
I know you're not talking to
I
me.
know they're not here. They're elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
Obviously. Do you see anyone else? You can see dead people. You know if other people were here. They're not here. Stop talking. So, you see,
Uh-huh.
it made dirt. Now that got me thinking. It's not life that this rune is tied to. No. Because I tested the soil. And it is unique to one area on the continent. It matches perfectly with the soil north and east of here, in the highlands. Now, to test my theory, I tested soil from the cowlands down south. I sent some wyvern riders. Stop talking, and then they came back. The soil completely different. Can you see what this means?
I'm so lost right now.
It's more location tied than.
You've almost got it. You've almost got it.
I wonder if the soil's just like
You're
barren
almost
out
there.
there.
You're almost there. I can
It's
see
dead.
I can see
It's dead.
your mind. It's lighting up. You're almost there. Okay, so
Can I use my cloak?
what does your cloak do again?
I can see invisible creatures and objects, such as spirits and fallen non-magical creatures.
You may use your cloak.
Okay. What do I see?
Nothing.
Yeah, I figured, but I figured we'd take it there just in
Okay.
case.
You've learned things.
So this symbol here, he puts at the one where the sand is there. I found, and he opens the book, and you can see that this symbol is on the western side of the continent, a little bit south of Jarella and then west of the Spirit Lake. So just like on the coast. I found
Okay.
this inscribed above the coast. So you see, I thought to inscribe it in here. So I inscribed it into the stone, and lo and behold, sand. So I tested the sand against the sand west of here, and it was exactly the same. I happened to have a vial of sand from the Orcish Desert from some travels when I was younger, and lo and behold, completely different chemical makeup, completely different stone, completely different grit. So you see, the rune itself is the essence of the location it's inscribed upon on this map. Now this got me thinking, and stop talking, I'm busy. This got me thinking. If all these places on the map were, the rune was the place, what do these other runes mean? Are they places? Are they things? So I tried it. And he pulls out a box. It's like a steel cube, about 6 inches on the side. Watch this. He takes a paintbrush, dips it in some ink, and inscribes a completely different rune on it. It glows brightly before sinking into the cube. And before your eyes, the cube transforms, completely changing its shape and completely turning into a stick. I have done it. And I've gotten confirmation. Each rune is the essence of that thing. It's the true name of that thing. This symbol here, he points at the one that you guys have been using, is the symbol of this region, is the true name of the region. That's why you overloaded the plant. You put the concentrated being of the highlands into one weed, and it couldn't handle it.
It's close.
That's why when you inscribed it on the
It was
ground
close.
while you were in the highlands, it made everything more vibrant because you were giving it the entire essence of itself. Stop talking. I'm not talking to you. I apologize. I probably seem very rude right now. There's some other things going on that you're not aware of at this particular time. So, what do you think?
Every time he like talks to like things that like are seemingly not there to us, are there like reactions within those areas? Like as far as
Make a
like
perception check.
I was gonna say, is he like just completely hallucinating, or is there something going on?
No. Can I make a perception check to see if he's just probably just telepathically bonded with other
doesn't
people?
matter. It's not gonna.
It wouldn't be a perception. It would be Arcana,
Sure.
and you would probably need detect magic to do it.
Which he would know.
That's fair.
Yeah. You can make an Arcana check. You'd need really high.
23.
23? You're not quite sure. He could be hallucinating. He might be talking with someone elsewhere. You do notice that whenever he says stop talking,
12.
his other eye, so the one eye that he's using to talk to you, his other eye locks onto something and then goes back to going haywire.
So, I mean, doesn't that mean that the world itself is what produces magic then?
I see why you would think that. Almost. You're almost there. I can see it. I can see it in your brain. I can see the neurons firing. I can see it in all of you, but you're getting closer. So, at this point, Telendrid walks in. Full bald beard, golden robed Telendrid. And he kind of just opens the door. He kind of towers over everyone in here.
As he does.
I'm sorry, I'm late. Aruin, unfazed, begins kind of the whole thing over and just kind of starts explaining it to Telendrid. Telendrid looks unfazed. Zero reaction from him. When he's done kind of repeating himself, unless you'd like to ask any more questions, he will just kind of continue where he left off, just like straight in.
Can I ask you a question?
Who's you? I'm playing like 5 different people in this room.
That's a really good question.
Is this okay? You got Sam.
Yeah, we got Sam.
You got Ben. You got Telendrin.
Uh-huh.
You got Aruin.
Yeah.
You have Tamara, who has thus far not said anything.
And she like
She's like the research assistant.
like
to Aruin.
what is she like? What is her reaction throughout this
Yeah, does
entire
she seem just
experience
as
of sitting
insane?
there?
She doesn't seem as bad. Like her eyes aren't doing anything weird, but she's like kind of twitching weird. Similarly to how Aruin was last time.
Oh, like every time he is locking onto whatever it is, like does she also react in that way?
No.
Interesting. Then I'll talk to Ruin.
Aruin. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, for
Stop talking.
a really
Sorry.
long time, I've seen things that, like, other people can't really see.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a new one for me, because usually I can see all things.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you seeing?
You see dead people.
Yeah.
This is not a dead person. In fact, this is very much alive. Or you could even say undead, but either way, not fully dead. And besides, they're not here right now. They're elsewhere.
But where's elsewhere?
I'm not quite sure. I think west of here?
West of here? Like where?
I don't know.
When did they
That's the
show
worst
up?
part. This morning.
This morning. But like, what do they look like?
His brain just like seems to shut down for a second. So anyway,
Oh,
what were we talking about?
we were talking about what you're seeing.
His brain shuts down again. So anyway,
Well, I don't think this.
the
He's doing
the,
well.
the runes.
A ruin. When's the last time you slept?
Sleep is for those without. He seems to lock into a little bit more reality when he says this. Sleep is for those without cause to work through the night.
Do you know what day it is?
Who cares?
I do. Did you remember our tournament this morning?
I was there.
Were you?
You did great. You won, right? Yeah.
Did
Dragon
we win?
Slayers. Woo!
Do you remember us winning?
Yeah, you
Because if you
hit
did,
all those people with the magic and
Uh-huh.
the fireball, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
and if you would remember, then you would know he murdered someone.
Surprising no one. He's an
Uh-huh.
assassin.
During a tournament in which you're not allowed to kill people.
It's just severely frowned upon.
And we're on trial
I had an
tomorrow.
entire conversation with Bushina about this.
And what did he say?
That it was just severely frowned upon.
I would like to throw an insight check whether
Sure.
he actually talked to
I
Vegeta.
agree. It's
Oh, fuck.
only a 13.
12? Yeah.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Tamara, how are you feeling?
This. Oh wait, she had an Irish. An Irish accent. This has been something a little bit different than anything that I've had to deal with in the past, but it does seem like we're getting close to something.
Uh-huh.
Each rune seems to be tied to something. Some sort of object, some sort of place, some sort of time.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like if we can figure out what each thing is, that would give you mastery over that thing. Who
Right.
knows if you combine the Highlands rune with something,
Uh-huh.
like, what if there are verb runes? What if it's Highland runs? Can you take the entire Highlands region and move it somewhere else?
Can I cast Detect Evil and Good?
Oh.
I've learned enough information that I feel like that is worth.
Let me read this spell real fast.
If not, I will follow with Detect Magic, but I'll start with Detect Evil and Good, depending on what we learn.
You do not detect any
Casting. Gotcha.
beings. However,
We're good. That was neat.
there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically desecrated.
Assuming the book.
Hmm?
I assume it's the book.
I mean, reading this spell, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been, like, you know that there is
okay,
one.
okay.
Both an object and place.
Object. If. Okay, so you don't know where it's located.
We know it's there.
Would it seem that that is whatever that object may be is potentially affecting him? I can insight check that.
I mean,
or
it's desecrated. You can inside it, sure.
okay.
Or Arcana, whichever you pick.
Definitely insight. 13.
13. You're not. I mean, you can kind of guess, but you're not quite sure.
I think there's something here that might be affecting how he is.
Do you feel like there's anything affecting how you are?
Good or
Eyes.
bad?
Eyes.
Eyes.
I have eyes. More eyes than I've ever had before. You see, this book, there's something to it. It just... I feel like I don't have quite enough yet, but I've gained some. And I can see more than I've seen before. You see, I'm starting to look into things more than I can looking at them. I can see into you right now. I can see your heart beating. I can see your lungs contracting. I can see your neurons firing. It's incredible. It's beautiful. But I need more eyes. And I think that will be the key to all of this. This book, you see, it's the starter. It's the start of all of this. It has given me more eyes, but I think I've reached the limit of what this one can give. I think there's more eyes to be gained from this.
You mean your own eyes?
Wherever they come from, I think they come from somewhere else. But I think it's the eyes that are the key to this.
Hmm.
I have more, but I don't have quite enough. I'm starting to see things. I can see the patterns between the runes. I think I'm almost to the point where I can find different ones for different things. I found the stick rune all by myself, I might add. But I don't have enough eyes to read the language of the gods, to understand the being of the universe.
How many eyes does Tamara have?
I think she has 2 eyes.
Just the 2?
I think she only has 2.
For now?
You only have 2. Most people
But
only
you have
2.
more
I have
eyes.
more eyes. I've gained eyes from this.
From where? How many eyes?
I don't know, but not enough.
Hmm.
More. Stop talking. More eyes. Or what?
Would one of us perhaps have a mirror? Maybe that would help him see. Maybe learn more information about that.
You know, I think I might have a mirror.
I do not need a mirror.
When you look west, like past the sea, do you see anything with your new eyes?
Past the sea?
Mm-hmm.
I do not see anything past the sea. It's too far from my eyes.
What happens when you look at the sea?
I see the sea.
Okay. Do you mind if I cast a quick spell?
What spell?
I was just gonna make some diamonds really quick.
Yes.
That's not casting a spell, it's using a class feature.
It's almost one and the same because
It's like I see
I
through
gotta
it.
consume a spell slot for it.
Alright. Roll wild magic.
Juan.
Oh my god.
Roll a d20.
This is the worst time to have this happen.
Juan.
Bro, twice in a row.
Roll a d100.
How?
There you go.
Summon the old.
It's 1 again.
17.
Please not.
Pretty close.
Turn me into a pot of play.
You just feel worse about everything.
The depression hit him. Depresso.
Mechanically, whenever you make an ability check for the next day, take a 1d6 and drop it.
Does it go away
Very
at dawn
bad news.
or 24 hours?
24 hours.
Oh, dude.
It is
that
nighttime right
sucks.
now, so it'll be all of this next day.
Very bad
We have a
news.
trial tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
Do I feel like I can dispel that off myself potentially?
I feel like you could try.
I'll deal with that later. I'm gonna hand you the diamond and say maybe you should do what you did to me before I do it.
Oh. Have you met Luna?
I don't think that's important.
No, it's very important.
Who's Luna?
Oh,
Does she have eyes?
she does have eyes.
Can I have them?
No, they're her eyes.
Damn.
But you can look at her eyes and see what you see.
okay, really
I
should
don't think I need to see any eyes. I just think I need to gain more.
Oh,
If she has no eyes to offer, then I think that this is fine.
can you show me the eyes that you see?
She's like, walk closer.
I
Very seemingly unthreatening.
do not see any eyes. I see with my eyes. And I
Uh-huh.
do not have enough yet.
Yeah.
She's gonna walk closer.
Just getting closer and closer each time. What are you doing?
Well, I figured if I can't see it from where I am, then maybe if I got closer
You only
to you.
have 2 eyes. Maybe a third eye, depending on who you ask. But that's more of a metaphorical eye.
No, that's a very metaphysical eye.
Metaphorical, physical, whatever.
And I have many eyes on my cloak.
Okay.
She'll just get
She-
closer. She spins closer
She's
to him.
getting closer and closer. What are you
I don't know how far away I am
You're
from this
like-
man.
2 feet away from him at this
Oh,
point.
cool.
Yeah, you are like distance.
Oh. I can't get close to see what you see?
Like,
You do not have my eyes.
greater restoration.
Yep.
Yes. Do it.
We're so fucked if anything else happens.
Roll a wild magic surge to you.
There will be a wild magic surge.
Where is it? Where did it go?
It's a bit of a spell.
Oh yeah, it is 5th level, so that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah, I have it. It's fine. She's
Roll
not
a
one.
Incredible.
Bro, how?
It's a 6.
You got the golf ball.
Roll a d100.
92.
Okay.
Your spell fizzles.
Oh!
Because of the wild magic? Or-
No.
Oh.
Everyone gets a +2 to their AC. But your spell fizzles.
As in
Well,
nothing
like,
happens,
as
or
in-
it's counterspell?
Yeah, someone tried to counterspell.
As in, someone
Aura.
didn't have to roll to counterspell it. And the
Well,
spell... Everyone make
could
an
we-
Arcana check.
Yeah, it was like subtle spell counterspell, or
Can
Make an
we
Arcana check.
counterspell a counterspell?
Why do we have a
Fuckers.
so
+2
yeah, you
AC?
can
I'm so
counterspell
confused.
counterspell. I only get a 10.
Three in a row, baby.
I want to find out what this is, so I'm rerolling that.
Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Okay.
For 9.
You don't even notice that anything happened. You're like, is he greater restored?
Okay, yeah. 25.
22.
Just take theirs. Mine's a 12.
Probably the
Okay, it was
best
a
roll.
25 and a 22. It doesn't seem like it was counterspelled as much as the magic just didn't happen.
It's a book.
Like you,
But his,
reached for whatever mystical power was there.
his thing to make diamonds worked though?
Yep.
And my magic worked too.
Yeah, yours worked.
But when you reached for the magic,
Yours was
you
lower
just
level.
tapped him on the
I
shoulder.
don't
It was
know.
only first level.
You could commune.
Okay.
At this point, I'm just curious.
Why don't you keep telling me about this whole twig thing, you know?
The twig?
Yeah.
The twig. You see, it's not a twig, it's a stick.
So
There's a
he
difference.
didn't even notice her try. Like it was that.
Like, he doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Basically, she tapped him on the shoulder as far as he's concerned.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Like, whatever power you reach for when you cast, whatever, you're a
Yeah.
cleric, right? So you call forth this power from your god and bring it wherever. There's none there?
Hmm. Can I
Did-
define intervention?
Since I
You may
technically,
certainly try.
I still have detect evil and good
I mean,
up.
You
Did
do.
I detect any creatures or anything?
Nope. You do not.
Was there anything? That wording's
Well, I
kind
have
of
to
confusing.
roll.
Would you like to roll percentile that?
You roll percentile die and try and roll lower than your current level.
Lower than a 12?
Yeah. Or I think it's 12 or lower.
12 or lower?
You have to
Just
say
1
your-
percentile?
you have to
You
say
say what
request
you're trying
before
to
you-
do, yeah.
No, you roll
It's like a D100.
roll a d100.
Oh, roll a d100.
Yeah, you roll a d100
Okay.
and you're looking for low.
You have to
It's
say
equal to your cleric level and lower.
I'm trying to word this really specifically. Asking to free his mind from whatever has it,
Sure.
whatever powers have it. I
Yeah.
guess.
Sure.
No.
What'd you roll?
28.
Freaking close, man. I saw that 3.
Yeah,
Right there.
Yeah, it was.
It was
right,
right
it was
there,
right
man.
there. Yeah, it really was.
Your deity does not respond.
My data wouldn't have responded. Fine.
Stick.
So, this stick, you see, what we did was not simply transmutation, like you're used to seeing here. That takes something that's there and simply rewrites its makeup, its structure. You take what's there and you rearrange it. Nothing is gained or destroyed, but you see here, we destroyed what was there, we consumed it, and created something new. There seemed to be something lost in the process, because that steel cube there weighed a lot. This stick weighs not much. So there's some sort of loss there. But otherwise, we simply destroyed and created. There was no rewrite. There was actual creation and destruction. That's not something that you see. You know what this means?
No.
We've broken the first law of thermodynamics.
We can get our brother back.
But I mean, it's still just location based. But there's
So
still
far.
still has to be some sort of power coming from something. And if it's location based, then it has to be specific to the
Exactly.
land.
You've reached something that we've also been looking for. Stop. And then, I think I'm close. I've detected that whatever this is west somewhere.
How far west?
Not far. I don't know how far. Maybe 200-300 miles off the coast.
Oh, okay. So in the middle,
I think-
seemingly the ocean.
Yes.
More than likely.
How far? I don't know quite yet. How to get there? Not sure. But I think that once I can pin down the location. Stop! Once I can pin down the location, maybe we can go there, and maybe they'll have eyes. Maybe we can learn something and have eyes, and maybe
Like all of us have eyes?
and see what's there. We can learn about this together.
I love that idea. And also, what do the eyes tell you?
They don't tell me anything. They let me see more. They let me see
You're telling
more.
them
The
to
eyes see. Ears hear. Ears tell you things. Eyes see. I can see more. I just need more eyes so that I can see what I need to see.
Okay, what are you telling to stop?
It.
Describe it.
His brain shuts down.
Mm.
So anyway, once we find this place,
Umanor.
we can go there. Who?
That guy?
Alright.
Oh, him?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Do you remember
Yeah, him.
Do you remember him?
Right. Right. Yes. Sure. Yeah, we'll find him. Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
We'll
Okay,
find
so
him.
you do know he exists. Or what he did.
I thought he died. No, he didn't. You see him get real confused.
What's Talondra's reaction to this?
He hasn't said anything thus far. He's just kind of,
Observing.
yeah, he's just kind of the silent observer, just kind of taking all the information in.
Can I try to insight to see what he's thinking or something? I don't know.
We can I can hit sending and ask
You
him.
may certainly try.
16.
Yeah, no. He is solid as a rock. He probably has millennia of practice.
Yeah.
No sleeper agent activated though or anything like that?
And tomorrow is just observing.
Yeah.
So that's not who you're hearing or anything like that?
I don't know. You hearing me?
Would you tell me if he was?
If I knew?
Why don't you ask him?
That's not really how this works. Stop talking. That's not really how this works.
You could just
I mean,
ask
they're
him.
listening to you right now if they talk.
I don't know that they're more listening as they're more just showing me things.
What do they
Like
show him?
what?
It's the nature of the universe. Did you know that this world is a sphere?
It was more like a pear.
She got 16, so whatever that means as far as history.
You suspected.
Yeah, I saw a ship once off in the distance,
Yeah, they went
and
down.
it like went over it. So I thought they died for a second, but then, you know,
Right.
circle,
But
sphere.
did you know there's more to this world? Your answer is yes, by the way. You know that there is more than this
Yeah.
world.
Than this world or to this world?
Around it. You see, I always thought that our world was all there was. And then a being came from elsewhere. And so I assumed maybe it's a different plane of existence. Maybe there's different planes that all reflect the same thing. I've heard theories of that before. That's how we got started in this whole as soon as we discovered what a bag of holding was and how it created a pocket dimension, we figured that maybe there were other dimensions, but you haven't found any evidence of that thus far. But what we have found from this is that there's nothingness beyond this world, but then there is something else even further. These stars are some of them are suns like ours, but some of them are planets, and they have things on them.
I could have told you that. I came from one of them.
Well, news to me.
Didn't Talendrent as well?
But
Yes, I believe he did as well.
there's more than that. I thought that there was nothingness and there was things, planets, stars, gas, dust. But there's more. I haven't quite figured out what yet. But I think that the more eyes will let me see what it is. I need to see further.
Going back to that, I do have one question. What about, do you remember the point where you gained these new eyes? What did you do, or what did you see?
I don't. His brain shuts down. So anyway, there's more. What? I don't know yet. But something.
So this is what you brought us to see?
Yes, the runes. The stick. We've
stick.
created.
Uh-huh.
We've destroyed.
Uh-huh. No, it's all very, very exciting. It's
You're
very
asking me that?
fantastic and, you know,
Have you learned any other symbols? I mean, didn't we have a map in the book of the different areas? So it'd be pretty easy to translate it at that point.
Well, that's what we're thinking. Take a look at the map. He shows you the map, and you see symbols across every major landmark. You presume that those symbols, like you say, can kind of is the essence of that area.
Have you tried the Elven Jungle yet?
We can. Do you want to try?
Sure.
do you think my mushrooms will work?
He swipes
No.
everything off of his
Right,
table,
it's
sets
bigger.
takes the book of Umanoran and sets it to the side, takes a paintbrush and inscribes the rune of the jungle on this stone surface that he's been working on. You see it glow brightly before sinking into the stone, and from it grows dirt.
Just dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different dirt than.
Yeah, it's darker in color than the dirt that's on the other part of the table.
That's pretty interesting.
The dirt of home.
Thank you.
I haven't quite figured out how to make life from stone yet. I think that's coming later. Stop talking. Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you.
This is pretty
You've been my partners in all this. You've helped me. And hopefully when I have more eyes, I will see into you as well.
Do you know how you're gonna get more eyes?
I'm not quite sure yet. I have some theories. I have some
Like
ideas.
what?
I think they're too exciting to talk about just yet. And besides, I don't
You
even know
just
if
showed
they'll
us
work.
Okay, when he
dirt.
starts talking about that,
Okay.
I'm going to go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, I'm
Well.
going to subtle spell and
Okay.
attempt to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Targeting him, obviously.
Yeah.
Roll wild magic.
Well, hang on, I gotta roll to cast the spell first. Yeah, I'm fine. And then 6. Barely missed the wild magic. Okay, that's subtle spell. Okay. Yeah, so detect thoughts. Before I do anything, I get his surface thoughts and what's on his mind at that moment. Right when I cast the spell.
Make a wisdom save.
I make a wisdom save?
Yep.
He makes a wisdom save?
You make a wisdom save.
Oh god.
He's making a wisdom save from detecting thoughts.
20.
Missed it by 1.
No.
I needed a nat 20.
It's a high DC. Your mind is filled
Oh.
with incomprehensible words and images. All you see, Ruin's eyes, both of them, lock onto Rogan. You don't have enough eyes yet. And you fall unconscious.
Alright.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, he's breathing.
Okay.
It must have been a long day with fighting, you know? Must have been really tired.
Didn't he was
He doesn't
noticed?
have quite enough eyes to see just yet. We can change that if we want, but,
How do you do that?
well, I have some ideas. I'm not quite sure whether physical eyes are the key yet, or if it's just, if it will give me more.
Who? It.
It.
What does it want?
His brain shuts down. So anyway,
Do you think it would give me eyes?
eventually,
How?
it gave me eyes, and it's giving Tamara eyes as we speak.
I'm trying to wake him up. buddy.
Huh?
I'm trying to wake him up.
He does not wake up no matter what you do.
Sleep. Sleep with
We'll
us.
go over what you're dreaming about,
Oh.
probably another time.
Okay.
I mean, it might be this session, it might not be, I'm not quite sure.
But how do I get more eyes?
He taps the book.
Hmm.
It gives eyes.
How fast?
Well, I've been here, what? What day is it?
I don't know. What day is it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't remember.
No, you will die if you don't sleep. One day. You lose your eyes.
I know Greater Restoration.
You will lose your eyes.
That's true.
I
There's
just
a week.
cast Greater Restoration on myself, it's fine. There are spells for that.
What happens if I touch the book?
Feels weird.
Okay. Vibes are off.
Vibes are off.
Insight check the book.
Go ahead.
Can you insight check a book?
Roll insight.
We're gonna find out.
Okay, let's go find
While
out.
she's doing that, I'm gonna draw concentration on detect evil and good, and I'll cast detect magic on.
The room.
Well, yeah. I mean, I assume this room's a lot bigger than 30 feet, but
Not really, it's a pretty small
okay. Well
lab.
then, 30
Because
feet.
this is like one part of the lab.
We're good. 11.
Here's a good try.
Detect magic. Let me double check what I can find. You sense the presence of magic. You detect a lot of magic because he's magic, she's magic, Weslin's magic, he's, magic, you're partially magic. A ruin is like a beacon of magic. The book is magic. Ben's magic. Sam is most decidedly not magic. He's all homegrown perfection. Tomorrow's magic.
What school does the book reach?
Yes, I'm looking specifically at non.
You have never seen this school of magic before.
What about on Uwuin?
Same thing.
So he has the same school as the book surrounding him?
Sorry, you've just never seen it before. You can't tell. Doesn't seem to be any school.
What about
Well, but
what's her face?
Are
Tomorrow?
Ruin and the book the same, though?
They seem to be.
Same, like-
Tamara, same thing, but to a lesser extent.
21. Of the book.
Same thing as when you found it the first time.
Uh-huh.
It seems magical and it seems unnatural.
Okay.
I've never seen this type of magic before. Granted, I'm still I'm not the greatest at magic, of course.
I mean, it'd probably be the same for me if I lived, to be honest.
Vibes are weird.
Would you be okay if I carved a rune into the book?
I was gonna try and do it on the stones.
No.
That was the answer I expected, to be honest.
Stop talking.
Could you draw a picture of it?
I'm not sure that it looks like much of anything. His brain shuts down.
Well, what do you think, Telendrin? Have you seen this before?
I have not. I am not sure what exactly it is. I have some theories. Umanoran, chief among them. But Umanoran is whatever remains is not sentient. There is not a mind to whatever remains. Think of it more as the piece of godhood without the mind attached to it. The power, not the being. But I'm not sure. From what I remember you telling me, the dragon that you fought, the first one, the deep dragon, did it not also have similar characteristics to this?
It's been a minute. But it was dissecting people,
It was
trying to learn the nature of things. But there was no book there. That we knew.
You're getting your own revelations, John. You'll be okay.
I thought of something, but I feel like it would be better if I said.
Maybe. I think so. He was a little weird, you know.
He was carving up
Very
people.
late.
I mean, he's dead now, though.
Exactly.
Roken's the only one who would know, too.
He's not around, so
Oh,
as far as he's not hanging around here, that guy.
so I mean,
I'm just gonna text you so don't forget.
Okay.
you. Hey,
Over
Arun,
Discord or actual
Yeah,
text?
Discord.
Arun, you did say that you were talking to something undead, right?
Oh, Ruin.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Stop talking. I'm talking. I'm not sure what it is, if I'm being honest.
You said it was undead.
It's not alive.
Well, it's not dead.
It's not dead.
Because I could
It could be
definitely see
undead.
that.
I'm not sure. The more I think about it, the more my mind. So anyway, what were we talking about? I need to get back to work. Take your friend out of here. I'll see you all another day. I need to work now.
Really quick.
I need to work now. I need eyes.
You still haven't mentioned how you're getting eyes. How you're gonna get more eyes.
We'll see. But all that to say. Out.
I wanna use.
You see all mirth fall off of his face as his voice deepens. Out.
This sounds dumb, but I want to. It's not going to do anything. But Can I use Eyes of the Grave?
Undead.
Well, it's.
As of the grave.
It's worth a shot.
Uh-huh.
Let me double check.
I don't know if it'll. I don't know. It's worth a try.
Not within 60 feet.
Okay.
And or protected from divination magic.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Seems like our
Did you guys?
convoy is done.
I guess
Yeah, we'll
so.
look at you.
Are you coming
Okay.
to
I'll carry him on.
He closes the door behind you.
I attempt to help with the
You
carrying.
hear a as a lock slicks into place. That was not a
It's
good sound
probably
effect.
gonna take
All
2 or 3 of you to
Yeah.
carry the broken.
You're what? 420?
475.
475.
We're all carrying you out.
Yeah, you guys are all just pulling on him. I'm not gonna make you
motorcycle.
I can use telekinetic shove and like start shoving you.
It's gonna be a lot of.
I will once again attempt to wake him up. I'll cast a healing spell and do him if I have to.
Sure. Yeah, cast a healing spell.
I'm gonna drop detect magic.
Clarifying.
2.
On the 2 hit points or 2 on the wild magic?
Wild magic.
Roll d20.
17.
Roll a d100.
Bro, it's a good thing I didn't actually roll anything today. I rolled 1, 1, 1, 2. 65.
Yeah, almost got it.
1765.
For the next day,
No.
everything you say must rhyme. Everything you say that doesn't rhyme, you take 1d6 psychic damage.
Payback. It's payback from from when this happened to
We got
Prim.
some dispelling to do.
It's just a chain. You heal 6. You're already full.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I lose hit points, or
Nope.
does it have an effect on the sleeping?
You wake up.
Okay. And what was I seeing when I was? Oh, you gonna text me? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll lean into it for the bit.
Third eye.
I know you will.
Broken's forehead.
Wah.
That's what that reminded me of. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. That was so
The third eye.
disturbing.
The all-seeing eye.
It is a book, you know.
You know, I'm really worried about it. Broken,
I wanna,
and also
I
our
wanna
friend.
know it. You saw it before Rogan says.
It's rare that people. It's rare that I don't see what others are seeing.
He's got some crazy stuff in his head.
Oh, you're awake.
Yes, I'm finally awake.
I was really worried.
How long was I out exactly?
Probably like 10 or 20 minutes.
About that.
He just kind of kept
Do
going.
you mind
And,
catching me up on
well,
what I missed?
he's missing some eye. He has eyes.
I got that far.
And every time we talk about what it is, well, his brain shifts down a
Yes,
little
and I
bit.
did
And he
it.
needs more
I
eyes.
tried to do it unnoticeably so he wouldn't notice, but I tried to detect his thoughts.
Yeah,
And
how did that go?
it didn't go very well.
harder than you think, isn't it?
So,
Okay, I finished texting you. You can read all of it. And
okay.
You're like a rhyme generator.
He's sweet, yeah.
So can I like say what I saw, but then thinking beyond that?
There will be
is
a
too
roll.
is it too
there
difficult?
will be a roll.
Okay,
That's
so
all.
he'll begin describing. Yeah, I mean you tell me when I have to roll, I guess.
It'll be after you describe it.
Okay.
Yeah. Describe it, and then we'll go from there, because I'll set the DC.
Immediately after I did it, and I assume I passed out, I began seeing a vision of millions of so many eyes I can't imagine, all blinking and looking at me. It reminded me a bit of the sky at night. Instead, all the stars were eyes. And I felt like there was something beyond them, but I don't know.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Which is, so this is just the roll. 18.
18, you succeed.
Okay.
You take no further debuff.
Alright. Almost hurts to think of it.
Do you remember the dragon? I want you to imagine.
The blue dragons, the deep dragon, Taka.
The one from the deep.
The first one that we fought.
Yes, with a beep.
You do not take 1d6 damage.
Oh, it happened to you too, I see.
There is no pain. There is only gain.
Okay.
I will tell you this right now, soft rhymes will deal damage.
That's mean.
Orange.
Orange. Orange.
You're like Eminem over there. Orange.
What about the dragon? Can you help him out here?
Do you think they're linked? Or in a way kind of synced?
Like, the way he was acting is a bit familiar, yes.
Uh-huh.
And, speaking
I didn't hear a rhyme.
I didn't either.
yes.
Does rhyme with huh?
It's a verbal guttural
You said
grunt.
Interesting that
Fine, grunts don't need rhymes.
interesting
funner
that Ruin is so obsessed with eyes. The image he was dissecting was focus I took off to remember. I took his necklace. I saw his eyes were carved out and I took the necklace.
So that's how he's gonna get more eyes.
The question is, how did he get these ones? If that's how you
The
get
book?
eyes.
The book gave him eyes.
Well, didn't you say his brain began to shut down? So is he even sure how he got them?
He said the book.
Well,
He couldn't tell us anything else. It was giving him Tamara eyes
did
too.
he say that or did it say that?
That's a good question. We don't know.
Well, I prefer not to think about that for the rest of the night, if I'm being honest.
He's probably not gonna show up to the trial tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, everyone is definitely not a play there. We need someone else. Even if he is there, he will very much not be present.
Ben will pick up. You can understand why I'm worried.
Yes, I think most of us are now too. This trial almost feels less concerning now.
Telendrind will kind of say, I have other matters to attend to, but I will think on this. If I can figure out anything, I will let you know. and he will walk away.
We've got your stone. Don't forget the phone.
He will not respond to that.
He's not going to be our character witness. No, we weren't going to ask him.
What?
He's not going to say yes to being a character witness anyway.
Well,
What would you like to do?
guess we still have to sleep unless there's something we should do first.
Oh, Ben will say, I will need to take Rubak back to the jail.
Uh-huh.
How did the dragon know about the book? He was tucked away in his little nook.
You're quite good at that. I'm not going to lie.
My shit's
That's a good-
fire. I'm up for hire.
Yes.
A good question.
I forgot what you said. What did you say?
My shit's fire, I'm up for
Oh.
How
hire.
did the dragon know about the book while he was in
Okay.
his nook?
The book was miles away as far as we know.
It was?
Maybe there's another.
Artifact?
Give me the d6.
Alright.
You take one psychosimulation.
You're suggesting there could be more items with a connection to it, which we assume is.
I wonder if it's the spear. The spear is part of it. You know how like the nobles have that like weird
The spear? The prize
the
for the tournament?
prize?
I've
Isn't
seen
just
it,
a
it doesn't seem-
mysterious thing?
This is Ben talking. I've seen it, it doesn't seem... I mean, it is a powerful artifact, but that's not what it does. It's lightning or something.
But do you know where it came from?
No, it's very old.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea. It looks almost like something prehistoric, carved from stone.
Uh-huh.
By the way, this dragon that you talked to wasn't anywhere near the spear.
No, but it could
How
just
long
be
has the spear been in Jarella?
Decades.
Okay, so
Unlikely
definitely
then,
not
yeah.
that either.
Was there a symbol on the map where he gave the dragon a tap?
Were you giving us what?
A tap. I'm a bard.
You are a bard.
I want this trial to happen so bad.
This man is
I don't think it's gonna happen
Dead.
today, but
It
Are you
could.
talking about the
can't
map
be
in the
read.
book? Is she allowed to nod? I guess that's not speaking. So was there? Well, we saw.
Can I ask the DM that?
Yeah.
too? Like,
what?
Was there a mark?
Was there a
where
marking?
the deep dragon was on the map in the book?
Like, was there a symbol
Where we
particularly
killed it?
close to where we found it?
I know I'm
We
trying to
found it-
remember where you killed it.
It was like on the top of the
Top
south of the
bastion
wasteland.
mountains,
Yeah.
I think.
It kind of popped out.
Because we came out and saw the wastelands.
Yeah.
So it's the third pin because the first one there is the one that's right next to the word plains,
Oh yeah, it's above the B.
and so it's
Mountains,
1,
right?
2, 3, yeah.
Well, no, it's.
There was
I think it's the
not a
second
word
one.
there.
I think it was closer to the second.
Yeah, it's
It is
above
the
the B
second one.
in Bastion Mountains, right?
Because we were on the mountain.
We were in the
We
mountain.
were
came
in
out
the
of
mountain,
the mountain,
and then
yeah.
we were on top of the mountain, and then
At
we
least
got
I
like,
thought that
and then
was
we
the
flew
case.
away.
You might be right.
Wait, no.
No,
no, I
because
think
you
Will's
fell-
right because we
because
fell.
you fell into
yeah,
the
we fell
abyss.
into the dried up river and then came out and saw the wasteland.
You,
After.
you came out kind of on the side of a
Uh-huh.
mountain after climbing up a whole bunch. But it wasn't a bastion mountain, it was more like a bastion foothill.
That's what it was.
Okay, so yeah, it was the third one.
Yep.
So you're saying no? There's
No,
no symbol like
no.
related to that?
No, there was no symbol.
Which is what was the closest one?
Wouldn't ju-
It generally described like major geological features, and there was no wasteland in the book.
Was there a mountain?
No,
So the closest one would either
probably be Bastion Mountains or the Plains one, or maybe the river.
Okay.
Was the plains one where we saw the castle?
No.
Okay.
It's more like in the
Wasteland,
center.
sorry. Yeah.
There was no wasteland one.
Okay.
No wasteland symbol.
So there's
no
one-
wasteland on the map.
There's one in the center of
wasteland on
most
that.
geographical
Interesting.
locations.
Pretty much.
Okay.
There's no
Big
wasteland
major
on the
ones.
map. I should've
So there would
gone
be
for-
one in the Sunken Forest. There'd be one on Sharktooth Island. Probably a few. Probably one for the big lake in the middle. One for each of the rivers. There's probably one in the river there for the plains. Stuff like that.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Why don't we give Taka a ring, see if there is a return of the king.
There's a what?
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Oh, I'm keeping track.
I didn't hear it.
I don't know what he means, but
Well, I think you
The
meant
dead king that
message,
came back.
message Taka.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I can send
I
it
didn't even
to
think
him.
you meant Return of the King literally.
I was like, who's the king? Oh, that king.
I will sending.
See if he's heard of the curse,
Well, I have
or
the
maybe
stone.
something
You don't
worse.
have to waste the spell slot. Stone probably also doesn't trigger wild magic.
Okay.
See if he's heard of something curse or anything worse. Making a ruin go crazy in my head all hazy.
You're doing an admirable You see, Caitlin just stopped talking.
Yeah, she gave up.
My stats are in persuasion, IRL. My stats are not in performance.
That's fair. Evidently, Lucas's stats are in performance.
In performance.
Too good, dude.
This is why we complement each other really well.
Okay.
I also think you might have a letter, not to be a trendsetter, but
Trendsetter.
Letter setter. No, that works.
So I'm asking him, I was trying to get everything down. So I'm asking him if the king
Came back.
came back, if he
the
knows
book controlled the mind.
if he knows
That's
anything
something we'll
about the
find.
book,
Yeah.
He knew a little bit about the book. You guys told him.
You told him about the book
Yes.
and about the runes.
How to stop the possession of a man with obsession.
so so
Obsession and possession
Possession
do
and
rhyme.
obsession, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
They rhyme.
Alright.
well, I can.
That's on the softer
I can
side,
do that-
but we'll
I can
let
do
it
that
happen.
I can do that in one sentence by saying, "Is there a curse, and if so, do you know how to stop it?" Yeah. Okay. I
Better
grabbed the
you
Taka
than me.
sending stone. Yeah, we're gonna try.
Caleb can't do it. I'm sure Chrome can.
Hi, Taka.
A ruin seems to be cursed by the book. Do you know anything about that? Or how to fix it?
You're at 21. Love Rogan.
Okay, wait. Jonathan asking, what was the other thing? I just blanked.
How
so
to
hard.
how to cure it?
King eyeball.
Oh, King.
Yes.
You have 4 words left.
Is the king back?
Nice use of message.
Bravo.
Hello. Rogan. What's Taka's voice? Taka's voice is a little high pitched.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it's
like-
a little bit.
Sounds really easily. Because it's eccentric within truth.
Hi, Rogan. That doesn't sound good.
He does not.
Be careful with that book. What he's seeing isn't natural as you know it. He has 5 words left.
Yeah.
No, the king is not back. Or yes, the king is back.
I tried to stop him.
Okay.
You'll get a message from him.
Yes, I hear that back. Okay.
This only has 3 words.
Oh no.
He is coming.
Oh, so
That was
Taka
the
says
message
he's
to you.
coming.
He
No,
is
no,
coming.
the king is coming. He's coming.
Taka said
He
is
he's
coming.
It's a separate sending spell, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
As another spell, so I could respond to that.
Yes.
Hang on. I think all right. Would you be able to tell me how long ago that was?
Okay. You have 13 words left.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I We will be careful. We're discussing what to do now. Tellinger knows. Alright, so...
What do you say?
3 days.
3
He
days.
seems pissed.
How does he know?
So like as in...
He and I tried to talk him out of it.
So like as in he
He
left
disagreed.
3 days ago?
Yes.
Okay.
I tried to talk him out of it. He disagreed. I can't help you more.
Alright, so let's get the worst part out of the way first. King is back and is coming. Left 3 days ago. Toxic tried to stop him, but yeah, he's not happy.
We've got time. Maybe by that
Took
time.
you a week flying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we got like a month. He's probably on foot.
Maybe by that time.
Maybe.
we'll-
Yeah,
We shall see.
could probably outrun him, to be honest. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he has some form of faster traveling.
Maybe he's on Taka. I'd be
Alright,
kind of sad if Taka let him ride Taka and not us.
Taka said he tried to stop him, unless he was lying to me.
I mean, he could be with Taka.
But he said the books, and what's going on with the book sounds dangerous, and told us to be careful. And what a ruin is seeing is definitely not natural.
So everything we already know.
Yes,
Okay,
we didn't
great.
learn much there.
Yeah.
Just reinforced our thoughts.
That man is a genius. With a massively huge wing.
No.
Did you say weenus? Weenus and genius is a soft rhyme.
I said genius.
Genius.
You take 3 seconds.
it was worth it.
I was ready for
Me, pretty like, no, don't
was here
say
for
that.
I was ready.
Motherfucker.
Oh gosh.
What would you like to do?
First, we need to solve his crime, and we don't have much time.
Yes, that is true. We should probably focus on that first. We need someone other than a ruin.
We have Ben
Yeah.
and Sam,
Yeah.
who has been here this whole time.
Sam, like, what are you, like, this is a lot. How are you doing with all this information? First of all, did you know I could see dead people? And then also, thoughts on our friend.
I did know you could see dead people. Honestly, I found it quite intriguing, if I'm being honest. As for everything with Master Ruin, honestly, I don't know. This is completely outside of my experience. I don't know what to do. I have heard tales of your exploits, but seeing eyes like stars,
Oh, this is
craving more eyes.
completely new to me too. And yes, I have no craving to gain said eyes. So
That's good to know.
not to worry.
I have no ounce of magic in my body, and this seems quite magical in the worst way possible. I can help you with Ruvok as much as I can, but I will help you with this as much as I'm able, but I'm afraid.
Well,
How do we get a tournament witness before he's doing full-time prison fitness?
That was good. I'll see what I can do.
Full-time prison fitness.
Well, I have some ideas. You made it very far in the tournament without killing anyone. Maybe I can get one of the Radiants. Or maybe I'll go myself if nothing else, but I'm not sure how much help I would be. But as a noble, my opinion would carry weight. It might not even be a bad idea to have Roken testify. You're a noble as well now, although
that's true.
this is a court of Boshina's opinion, so
I do like your idea of one of our previous opponents.
I'll see what I can do. I think that you need to get some sleep.
Yes.
Maybe try and dispel some of these magical effects.
I think we just saw how important sleep was.
See, and this is why I make everyone tea every night, so that we have good sleep and we're not seeing any more things than we normally can.
It adds to your already considerable value. I will go. I'll see what I can do.
Yes, we'll meet tomorrow in front of the council. Yes.
There's no tournament tomorrow. There was a break day between each one, so they should all be there, and that will give us time, hopefully.
So, with him not coming, because he's probably not gonna, even if he does come, he's not gonna be there mentally. Does this mean, like, there's gonna be a difference in voting now? Like, will someone step in for him as a representative, or?
Ben will respond at this point. I don't know. I can see what I can do. I'll see if,
Like, is there a second
Well,
in
if he's
command?
paying this little attention, hopefully he would just take our side and not pay attention beyond that.
if you could even get him there. He
Yeah, I
seemed
don't
manic.
think maybe steal the
Yeah.
book and bring it there.
No.
I think that would cause much more harm than
I
good.
think it probably would too.
Well, we'll see the rest.
I'll
of
see
it.
what I can do. If nothing else, I'll see if
It'll be interesting.
we can
to
get
see.
any sort of representative from the Wizard Corps. You're known among us, so hopefully it won't be that big of an issue.
It'll be interesting to see the council's reaction to him not showing tomorrow.
I mean, does the council even need to know about this? About him?
What we would probably say is that Ruin sends his regards, and just not mention it past that. It's not impossible. I mean, it's happened before, but mostly
I mean, he showed up today and you said he was like this.
he wasn't this bad.
Is there a chance someone on the council is somewhat aware of this already?
There's a chance. If it would be anyone, it would be Boshina himself. They were in the top box all day today, along with his wife and daughter.
Everyone was with them.
Yes. As one of the true tournament officials, that was it.
Do you
I don't
think,
think Ryland was there, but what's up? You're holding out a D20. So
I'm
I
just
figured-
playing with
okay.
a D20.
do you think we could say he's on our side, but just didn't want to come for the ride?
I think that would cause more harm than good. We would need at least some sort of representative from the Wizard Corps.
Likely,
And
whatever
it couldn't be me.
whatever representative comes from the Wizard Corps would likely be on our side.
Most likely, yes.
I also worry.
You're known among us. Really, Uruin speaks highly of you. I speak
He did.
of you. And
Yeah.
Besides, you're allied with Telendrind. That carries a lot of weight among us wizards.
I worry about these eyes spreading to Bushina and his family. As much as I don't like the guy,
I don't know.
I don't think it
I don't
can
even
be
think
spread
Arun would
like
want to share
that.
this with someone like him.
I don't know.
I-
He wants more eyes.
Sam will say, I don't think we need to worry about Bushina and any sort of magic. As far as I know, there's no magical ounce in him.
No, I'm worried that they're gonna take his family's eyes. Like the wizard did.
Like Arun
the
will
dragon.
take-
I mean, I don't know. Or it'll like spread.
I
I don't think
sure hope not.
I don't think he would do it to someone as high profile as that.
Why wouldn't he have control over something like that? You know? Like what if it just eats away at your brain? And like corrupts you and like
Well, the deep
takes you
dragon,
over.
the deep dragon carved out this mage's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He was dead because his eyes were gone.
Well, he was dead and his eyes were gone. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Maybe not because. but
Yeah, correlation, not causation, you know?
Yeah, he was dead and his eyes were gone.
I don't think he
like
Arun
last
would
step,
do something.
last step, you know, like
I would hope that he would do it to someone a bit lower profile before that. but-
mm-hmm.
All people are of equal importance. We hope he doesn't do it to anyone
I don't
at all.
hope he does it, but I think he would do it.
It might not even be a bad idea to try and post a guard. This is Sam.
It might be a good idea to keep an eye on him somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
To see if he actually tries to hurt someone like that.
The good thing about helping people is that I have a few favors racked up. Let me see if I can help with that as well while I'm running around tonight.
Though Arun will likely be aware of anyone keeping an eye on him.
I mean, we could post up our tree friend. You know why I do that to him? He's pretty inconspicuous.
This has been, as much as Root tries his best,
He's pretty talkative.
you're not wrong.
Yeah, for a tree.
Is it even a good idea to keep Root and Armageddon here?
Probably not.
We can grab them on our way out. At this point, you guys are still like right next to the door, I assume. You guys
I
could
assume-
have
I
walked.
assume we would walk.
I was just
Okay,
we were
you guys
walking
had
too.
walked a little bit. You guys can now be at the point where you're at the terrarium. Armageddon has buried himself in some sand, and Root is standing nearby.
Hey, Armageddon.
He's asleep.
Oh, I don't really want to wake him up. I don't know how to wake him up. How do we wake
I
him
can
up?
just carry him.
Well, I don't want, you know, him to get scared and like
I woke
I dare
Interesting.
you to rhyme something with Armageddon.
Why would he be scared of us?
no, like he gets scared awake. Like we startle him awake and then he like instinct spears us.
I think I'd be alright if that happened.
Yeah, he'd probably be okay. What do you think, Theo? Do you think Armageddon would be fine if we like woke him up? I think
This
we're
is
here.
sad nod.
Challenge.
Do you think we should reach out to the wolves of the plain to try and ease some of their pain, apologize for their friend's fate, and relieve some of the hate?
Props to you, man.
Got a 2 for
That was
that.
We could try. I tried to talk to her like after, and her paladin friend,
Oh,
understandably
I thought
took
you
her
knew.
away.
That was her wife.
That was her wife. This makes a lot more sense.
We send in Sam, because he's the man.
Take
I
a
think
D6.
I think it makes more sense for it to come from one of us.
You take 1 psychic damage.
M and M. Too hard.
Nope. Too soft.
At what point does Ben take me back? Has he taken me back?
guys are
before
just
this
talking
round?
at this
Oh,
point.
we're just standing around.
You guys have,
I
yeah,
didn't
you guys
know.
are still talking as a group.
Okay, I just didn't know. If
Yeah,
at
the
what
5 of
point-
you, including Leslin, and then Sam and Ben.
Ben. Okay.
I think that's a good idea. Especially for tomorrow. 'Cause since I'm sure they're gonna be there, and we have to smooth things over with the wife, because she seems, you know, understandably upset that he killed her wife. Yes. But you have to do it.
Should Ruvok not apologize?
Well, can we do that? Because he's like, how do we...
I will see what I can do. Luckily, I'll be able to find Ruvok fairly easily.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can arrange a meeting. We could try to settle before this entire thing happens.
Yeah, some community service, money.
Boshina generally doesn't say no to money, but
No, I meant for them, not Boshina, but that makes a lot more sense now that I think about it.
unfortunately, you're not just against them, you are also against Boshina in this case, because he is effectively the plaintiff. They are just his witnesses.
We could just donate to his housing project.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. I have no idea how I'm going to tell Sarai about this.
We could just all tell her together.
No. She doesn't like magic much. I should do it myself.
Sometimes it's best to lie, or she'll cook you like a small fry.
I don't believe in lying.
That's cap.
That
You take 4 seconds.
That's so worth it.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Alright. Let us head back to these and
Yes.
get some sleep.
Yes, we'll just
I
do
will-
one room again.
I figured. I'll have to see this marvelous mansion of yours one of these days. I hear that's what the spell is called.
I have my own name for it, but yes, that is
Really?
what the original spell is called.
I'd like to visit it someday. Not tonight. I have work to do.
It's called Roken's Island Retreat, and there are crabs to massage your feet.
There are.
Yes. Yes, very good.
I look forward to the trial tomorrow.
I'm going to dispel this ever-living hell.
I will see you all tomorrow. I will update you in the morning, and hopefully I will have something to help. Anything else you'd like to do?
Please do cheeky poo.
She's called Chicky Poo.
I'll go into my room and cast.
Okay. At this point, Ben will take you back to the jail.
Alright.
He's not gonna like restrain you or anything. He's just gonna open the door, gesture.
As he's walking away, I need to ask him one question.
Okay.
And I'll cast message to do it. And I gotta think of it.
You do need to rhyme a message. I don't know that that was the intent of this, but I'm ruling that it is.
Did you mean to do the kill? Don't make me die on this hill. As
You
in,
don't- you
was
don't
it,
have
was
to
it,
rhyme.
Yeah, I don't
was
have
it
to
on
rhyme.
purpose?
I'll cast message back to him.
Well, you can respond to it.
Right, this is reply. However I reply.
Message not sending, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
message.
Cantrip,
Cantrip.
yeah.
Before he walks away.
Yeah.
The intent was not to kill.
Alright. He leads you back to your jail cell. You guys can go through, make a, make your island retreat, roll wild magic.
Yeah. 4.
Do you want a
2.
golf ball?
Golf
Roll
ball time.
100.
43. Dude, it was so close. It was 1 off of 69.
69.
Oh, this is a nice one. This
That's a nice one. Grabs
Yeah,
dice.
grab several dice.
12 random gems appear near you, worth 50 gold pieces a pop.
Okay, so that's 50 times
600 gold.
600 worth of gems. Alright. Are any of them diamonds? I just want to keep those separate.
No.
Okay. So I'll just put that in the haversack again.
Do you have any comments, Theo?
As far as who's allowed in this time, yeah, I think I want it to just be us this time. Also, I mean, I know Rubak won't be there, but I'll allow him, just us, and then Root and Armageddon.
Okay. Root and Armageddon are with you, so they will enter just as normal. Armageddon will sleepily bury himself in sand.
And I will once again have Tack. Well, yeah. So, and then our familiars will also be allowed in, and I'll
Okay.
have Tack sit outside again, and order
Sounds good.
whatever servant is close by to tell him.
Yeah. Did you want to do any good berries and or?
I probably will. But I'm still.
Oh boy.
I'm going to dispel.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say I want us to make sure this gets done first.
Roll out magic.
Yeah. Because if he can't,
Well, actually, roll.
If
Is
he
there a
can't-
roll for the spell first?
I'm gonna give you guidance before you do that. Because
So do
if
the
you have to
spell
do an
magic.
ability check, it'll help you.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Against the spell's level.
Yep. Well, it's 10 plus the spell's level.
Sorry, 1 second. I get plus. I get half proficiency for this. I get plus 7, I think.
And a D4.
What spell slot are you using?
3rd.
Okay,
21.
that will succeed.
I was
You no
targeting
longer-
the D6. 1.
Oh, for ability checks, you no longer have to minus a d6. Roll wild magic. If you get the same one,
I guess you might need this.
18.
18.
I'm gonna try and dispel the ruins.
Okay.
Trying to bust the rhymes.
I'll guide you again.
Nope. You missed it by
Wild
one.
magic. 10. Again.
Yeah, I'll guide you. I'm just standing right there. Okay, you might want to. We can let
Wild
me.
magic.
I can try too.
Last time, try and
Do you want
4th
me to
level.
do it with thirds, or do you want
Let's try 1/4 level.
to? Okay. I'll guide you again. Bro.
At what point do you just let the dice do it?
Wild magic. 7.
Okay, do you want me to try?
Please help me.
Okay.
I really gotta pee. Me pee. God.
Okay.
I'm gonna bust out my
I actually got rid of the spell, so I'm gonna have to roll the cast.
loot to give you a big toot.
Bardic inspiration. Okay. So
And
I'm gonna guide myself as step one.
use the guidance spell to get rid of.
I'm gonna use that.
I don't know, man. Your iambic pentameter was off.
Well, the Bardic inspiration is only if I need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, first, trying to cast the spell. We're good. So that'll be a third. Wild magic first.
So was that the ability check?
I have to roll the cast spell because it's from the ring.
Oh,
so I
right,
succeeded
right.
that,
Okay.
and then wild magic.
Do the ability. Oh,
Oh.
that's.
Which one?
Use
first?
that roll, and it'll be your ability check. Would it have been wild magic?
Yes, it would have. So I think this is gonna fail because I don't have the plus that he. Well, that's true. I could add.
What are you all using? Spell?
They're using the spell magic.
11. Yeah, I would need
Can't help
I would need a
them.
5 or higher.
D10.
I think I should just cast it again and try to roll higher.
Do you want me
Personally.
Okay, roll wild magic.
connection
Yeah, we'll roll.
guidance?
3. So,
Roll a d20.
Yeah, D20 is 11, and then D100 is 85.
Fuck a duck.
That does rhyme.
It was a little soft. A little bit of a soft rhyme.
You feel really good at a thing of your choice.
Wait.
You gain
Like-
proficiency for 1 hour
Oh,
in a skill of your
oh
choice.
wow. Okay. For an hour, I don't think it would come up anyway. But I guess I'll do insight. Sure. All right. Attempts to guidance.
So roll for the spell to see whether you cast it. right?
Yes, that's what I'm doing first. Yeah. We're fine.
My dice?
And then roll for your ability check.
But
To see
yeah,
if-
that's what I.
Oh, I don't remember. Use it. It
Yeah.
worked out well.
And then
Then do the spell self.
yes.
So the ability check of the spell.
Yeah. This one might be worth adding.
Just use it, yeah.
No, it's still not. It's the same thing.
It's one higher.
Oh, no, it was 7 on the dice
Oh, you have a
before, and
plus
it's a
4.
7 before. Yeah.
I've got more
So-
d10s, it's fine. Just
That's true. You do have more bardic inspirations. Okay.
this is
Yeah.
actual hell. We can't roll above a 5.
Yeah, no, that's a fail. You cannot dispel it.
That was a 15 succeed.
Wild.
No, 15 does not succeed.
Wild magic. That was only a 14.
Want to start
actually.
using our dice?
Wild magic again.
I don't know if
We're
mine's
good.
any better.
It's an 8. Okay.
You can use some of mine.
I
I'm
still
going to
have some I
inspire
can
my
go through.
turtle because I'm turning into a moaning myrtle.
Okay.
It's a good one.
It's a weird one, but it works.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do these ones. We're using 4th levels now. Oh yeah, dude, I really freaking cast that spell in that 20.
Finally.
Come on,
Okay.
please save
Finally.
me.
Yes. Okay. I don't even think I need it.
Bless up. 18.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration anyway.
18 succeeds.
Yeah, 25. Okay, there we go.
Roll out magic.
Yes, I need to do it. Okay,
No, you're talking rhyme.
4.
No,
Four,
no, 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 no.
91.
So close.
Not the beholder.
This is so random. You are protected from plants for 1 day.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go, dude.
They cannot
Fight.
attack you or harm you unless they succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell save
Fight
DC.
me, Root. Fight me right now. Okay. So he's good now, right?
Yeah.
No.
You no longer speak in rhyme.
I'm going to sleep.
If I do a glyph of warding,
Are you gonna sleep
do
deep?
I lose the opportunity?
Deep sleep. Smell my feet.
Dude, I don't even want to do anything else. It's not worth it.
No.
Yeah, no, it's really not. Okay. Broken just goes to bed.
You go to bed.
Yeah.
You all will
Room's already
successfully
dead.
complete a long rest. Unless you'd like to do anything in your
Yeah,
in the woods.
in my little cell, once everyone's gone away and, you know, it's kind of like time to bed down, I would like to try to decipher, or at least continue deciphering. I don't remember at what point I was, but there was a coded letter
Yeah.
from my brother. I would like to do that.
It was taken from you
Oh.
along with all of your other belongings.
Mm.
They left you in your armor because that's what you were wearing, but they went through all of your
So
pouches.
they went through all my pouches.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Did you have it hidden specifically?
It definitely would have been concealed in one of the pouches that I have.
Okay. Then we'll roll a perception versus your sleight of hand. Then how about that to see whether or not you still have it.
Okay. And if I do well, would it be all of my letters and things that I have, or would it be
anything that you had specifically hidden
It would be,
in that pouch.
yeah, all of the letters and documents that I had would
Yeah.
be concealed in the same spot in the same pouch.
Okay, so I'll make the DC higher.
All of them?
I just mean to,
Or
One,
To-
all of them. Yeah.
like, yeah, just roll for
Okay.
the pouch, I should say, but it has more stuff in it, so it's easier to find.
it's fine. Figure it out. 30.
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool. It's still there.
Yeah.
I roll 17 plus 13.
I know that life.
Cool.
You could have rolled though.
So, to decipher it, regardless of whether it's important or not, I'd like to use the use of my emboldening bond on myself, and I also would like to, if there's any.
So as soon as you cast Emboldening Bond, that will summon the guard, because that is not quiet.
It's not a casting though. It's
You also can't because there's no one to bond with.
really
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
choose
yeah.
a number of willing creatures.
You have to be within 30 feet of another creature with the bond.
Right.
You do the guard. I don't know if you can do
Then I won't do emboldening bond. I'll just
Okay.
if there's any checks, I'll guide myself beforehand, which will probably also bring a guard. It's a cantrip. Well,
It's not worth it.
and then I'll just if there is a check. I don't even know if there's a check. I don't know. We
No,
buy
there's
go
a
through-
check.
Cool. Then we'll just do it without any of the spell things.
Okay. Slide of hand.
Oh, okay. Sleight of hand. Natural 1.
Don't forget about reliable talent.
23.
Natural 1. 23. You get slightly further in deciphering. You are already able to tell that it was a code, that it was a cipher. You're not quite sure, but you think you've gotten closer to figuring out what the cipher word is, if that makes sense. The kind of the key. So there will be a few more checks, but you are working steadily towards it.
Alright. Sounds good.
You all will successfully complete a long rest, and we will end the session right there.
Perfect.
Cool. Thank you for watching. We will see you with the next episode of Coming of the Dragon, or check out Adrana as well. That's a super fun one we're doing with John as the DM. So we'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget the rest.